Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the International Fight Week 2026, the Esports Fight League, and we are here with a barn burner amount of fights tonight, guys. We are back. It's Sunday. We had I guess Romero, you're celebrating the Conor McGregor victory, but I am depressed, and all the other fans out there are absolutely gassed. We got Satch and we got Romero. Romero, how you feeling? What's going on? Are you ready for this event?
Man, I'm really excited for this event. You know, the pay-per-view last night it was fun up until the main event. I wanted to see some more action, especially from Mr. Bless Max Holloway. Unfortunate ending to that main event, but thankfully we don't got to worry about that here virtually. It's gonna be a really good card. You know, we still have a couple bans in place. You know, the feather step perk still relatively banned, so we won't see those fighters in action, but little birdie in my ears telling me within the next big patch we'll have that settled out, and then we'll be back to having those fighters back in the competitive roster for these exhibitions. I'm really excited about a lot of these matchups. So many former ESFL champions ready to toe the line and get into some action. And I'm also joined here alongside my boy Bruce Lee, Rob, and Satchmo. Satchmo, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great, man. It's great to be back. You know, I took a little hiatus. First time back since UFC 6, and I really just hope our fighters can keep their virtual meniscuses in place for this event.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want them popping their virtual kneecaps inside of the octagon, because we want to see some fireworks here. And maybe we can pull up that card onto the screen so everybody at home can take a look. And we have our expert UFC 6 analyst here, which is Romero. Could you go through this card very quickly and then point out some fights that you're, excited for, and just talk about the matches we have here tonight?
Dude, the amount of matches that we have here tonight. I mean, I'm always looking for a lot of whatever's the former champs, right? Because the former champs are usually the guys that end up bringing it. I mean, we got Swiss, we got Peyton. That one I got my eyes on for a multitude of reasons. I think that's our fight of the night contender. But we also got Mellow Coffee versus Suave Jamie. Mellow Coffee research. He's coming out hot in these exhibitions. Like, he beat Word Life, he beat BK Go. He had a tough fight against Proxys where he was this close to winning. Just threw a head kick that didn't need to be thrown early, and that put him behind. Wins the second round. This close to winning the third round, but ends up coming up short against Pry able to counter. So he's showing that he's right there, and he's taking on Suave Jamie, who's been on a bit of a tough run with some of these exhibitions, getting some wins and some losses there. We also have Muay Thai Jesus. Muay Thai Jesus had a really good performance against Dirty Dave using Isa Mobalachi Temitego, Donato Femi, Malabi Adesanya, Keza versus Papa Doc. So many good matchups, and we have a couple guys making their debut. I like to see Mr. Sniper Phenom. He's been hounding me in the DMs. Brother, when can I get in ESFL? Please, brother, give me a chance. And he has his opportunity here against Willie Genius. And one of the mods, Double Matt, an ESFL mod. He back in there. He came up short. He was winning really well. And then things happened. Got met with an uppercut by the fence. And he's taking on Spook. So this entire card has a lot of intriguing matchups. Lots of good style clashes. And I'm really excited to bring the commentary for y'all.
Hell yeah, Satchmo, is there anyone that you're kind of keying in on here? I know you're excited to see these fights. Is there anyone, a fan favorite? I think you were talking earlier.
You
might be a little biased.
I'm a little biased. I'd love to see Dirty Dave back in action. I've always compared his fight style to a little bit of a Georges St. Pierre, man. He just always does exactly what you need to do. He's a hard man to hurt, and, he's going to put on a great fight.
Damn right. Well, without further ado, guys, we do have an avenue. If you want to go into our Discord and compete, we will eventually, I believe, have an MMR system that you can challenge people and gain MMR. And also, if you want to get into the ESFL, I'm sure the graphic will be on the screen right now, folks. You can go into the Discord and you can get into this organization. We're doing a lot of exhibitions right now, but eventually we're going to get a final roster. So try to get in there, make some friends, train, and get in the Esports Fight League. It's on the screen. Follow the details there. But without further ado, Romero, Satch, ladies and gentlemen at home, I believe we are ready with this first fight between Wooly Genius and Sniper Phenom. And both of these guys, there's not too many notes. Romero, what can you tell me about these guys, if anything?
I mean, if there's anything I know about Sniper Phenom, he's actually been playing the game series for a bit of time. He's the guy, he goes to spinning elbows with Max Holloway. Okay. So they're in the lightweight division. They're both hovering over Tuporia, but we both know there's no mirror matches. He might be looking to come out and grapple too, and that's what we're seeing. Oh my lord, we're seeing Khabib Nurmagomedov versus the king of the hood, Bobby Green. Oh my God! Welcome to my hood. We got King Green here in the building. Let's go, Satchmo. What you got for this fight?
I think everyone in this building is going to be rooting for King Green. I mean, that's a great pick. Yeah, I mean, going against Khabib, he's going to have some difficulty on the ground, but if he can keep it standing, he should have a good win.
Wait, what were you saying? If you can keep it what? Because he's already on the floor, man. He did everything that, he shouldn't have done, and that's what you want to do as a Khabib player. Right off the bat, put King Green down, because you don't want to get hit like Terrence McKinney did with that body shot, Romero, yesterday. That was devastating. He was in my parlay, and I was very sad.
Oh, so, brother, so me too. So the thing is that King Green, if you're going against a grappler, one of the best things that you can do is work the body. Your level changing is going to make it harder to disguise some of your punches, and you'll be ready to deny. You can stop the body, doing a good job of getting back up to the feet is King Green. There tries to fire for knee, and he's back up. The king of the hood is back up. And Sniper Phenom is lunging and reaching with these shots. What I don't like from Wooly, he's firing up a lot of uppercuts. And the reason why I don't like it, King Green shots are his straight shots. Work the body with the straight shots. Work that jab, cross. Don't give him something he can pull. See a spinning elbow from Khabib Nurmagomedov. Satchmo, what's King Green got to do here?
I mean, you said it yourself. King Green's going to keep it standing. And you know what? For a guy like Wooly, who's not very well known in the ESFL community, making a pick like Bobby Green is really going to get your name out there. With the submission here. But if you can get a win with King Green, you're going to make a lot of fans instantly.
Yo, I'm pretty sure that was like a submission counter right there.
Yeah, that was
from Bobby Green. That was pretty slick there. It seems like he's got some good takedown defense, but Sniper Phenom being relentless, and that's what you want to do with Khabib. Now on top, trying to pass with some good denies down here from Wooly. Wooly's trying to take, nope. So a good little grappling exchange here so far.
Yeah, really, it's good for Wooly Genius that Khabib didn't hit the Von Flue transition. Now, he could have given a position there, but that Von Flue is very strong, doing a great job with the denials on bottom is Wooly Genius. Now, he's up against the fence, he gets maximum GA. Hey, I don't know if y'all know, but the king of the hood, King Green, he used to wrestle. His style, not just hood. He took 5th in the state of California, way back. California, a tough state, showing a little bit of those wrestling shots as he's ground and pounding Khabib here in the full guard, trying to look for back sitting in Sniper Phenom, and we're starting to see Wooly Green has shown he is not going to get laid on. A great evasive maneuver from Khabib Nurmagomedov. Goes for the De La Riva sweep, opts not to, trying to pass the stack guard, and the king of the hood is laying down the shots mode.
Yeah, I mean, you said it earlier before we went on air, but if you're not a grappler and someone wants to take you down, the best thing you can do is make them pay. If you get this switch, get on top, start landing big punches, and that's what he's doing here, and he's having a lot of success with it.
Yeah, and if he's able to keep the fight on the feet, Bobby Green has just sick striking, and Khabib, Sniper Phenom, oh, he's landing some of his own shots, though, and Khabib does have some sneaky striking as well. Some of those hooks are pretty fast. Oh, man, that's a close head kick there, Romero. That's new to the UFC 6 series as well.
Ooh, spinning. Dude, I told you, he loves spinning elbows, and I guess he loves throwing at anybody. Nice body work. Oh, but almost caused himself there. That is a close round. We saw a lot of takedowns from Khabib, but he actually wasn't really able to get much damage. He had a couple moments there with the spinning elbow, but I do love the body shots from Wooly Genius. I've seen some reversals. 1-7 in takedowns is Khabib Nurmagomedov. King of the Hood might be up 1-0, Satch.
Oh, yeah, I got to agree. I think Bobby Green had a great round there. On the feet, he was mixing it up well, but he's got to be careful with these kicks. I see him throwing a couple of kicks, and they've either been caught or they've been countered. So if he can keep it with punching like he's doing right now, ripping the body, if he can keep it in the boxing style, I think he'll find a lot of success in this next round.
Yeah, for sure, and he's doing a great job of every time Sniper Phenom's coming in close to grab the clinch, like he's doing right now, he's just ripping vicious body shots. And here's the takedown, turning takedown, but no, Wooly Genius is privy to it, Romero. He's been training here, and he denied that huge for Wooly Genius in round 2.
Big denial there. You're starting to see the long-term stamina, see the inefficient takedown entry start to tax. Even though Khabib has some really good cardio for grappling, high move levels across the board. Auto reversal for the king of the hood, goes for the hip toss, unable to hold him, but it saps away at the body work. And now you're starting to see a little bit of desperation from Sniper Phenom, a little low single leg turn in action, some chain wrestling from the king of the hood. He throws in 3 hooks, some animations from Khabib coming out. They're sneaky, but the king of the hood's letting it fly, and he gets taken down, Satch.
Yeah, that's going to be the story of this fight, but as long as he can keep doing what he's been doing off the bottom, which is not taking a lot of damage and being able to get to his feet, Khabib's really got to be able to hold him down and get some damage done when he gets these takedowns landed if he's going to want to come back, because the striking is not going his way.
Yeah, 100%. You see the damage meters on the top. He is, oh my goodness, on top again. And with that 97 cardio on Bobby Green and that 97 punch speed, he's going to be a problem throughout this fight. Gets a good denial there. What's he going to do with the grapple advantage? He's going to cruise right on over to full mount. And now it's kind of like you were telling me before. If they're going to keep going for the grappling, Romero, you just got to embrace it and, take these wins on the ground. And another beautiful guillotine with the, well, he's flow stated.
No,
Khabib is flow stated.
I think Khabib, the Khabib player, Sniper, may have panic flow stated because Khabib's flow state is anvil, ground and pound. This ain't a ground, brother. You are on the bottom. You have used the flow state incorrectly. You are the one getting anvil. And right now, King of the Hood showing that they know what to do over here. They know what to do out there in California. Kid Green throwing on them shots, throwing on them bows, able to get the guard position as Khabib Nurmagomedov, but time is ticking away, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, Wooly Genius is really impressive here. I haven't seen him play or fight at this level before, but man, he has been like a wet blanket on top, throwing damage, and when it's on the feet, he's been spectacular. So if he can keep this up, man, this is a really impressive debut.
Yeah, 100%. He's been giving Sniper all sorts of trouble on the ground. Right now, Sniper is really trying to lock in maybe a rear naked choke or an armbar, but he does lock in the rear naked choke, and now he's going to use that to get position. Smart play, gets them out, and now that would have been the time to land the anvil per, but these are some big shots for Bobby, or on Bobby. This might be it. Oh, he barely survives. Holy smokes.
Oh no.
Sniper again.
You can get the finish. Oh my God! What a fumble! Just wasn't able to transition out of the mount. 10 seconds left allows him to posture up just when the hood man was looking so good. Didn't even need to flow state and looking like, Makhachev, when Makhachev beat King Green. Dude, brutal ground and pound to get the TKO win. It was looking kind of dicey, and I was about to say, with the way that the fight was going, he's going to need a finish in round 3, but he silences the doubters, puts the King of the Hood, sends him back to the local Dollar General, and says, brother, I am here. This is time for you to go somewhere else, please.
Yeah, that's the scary thing that's going against Khabib, man, because they can flip around like that. He got 30 seconds of ground and pound, and it was over. It didn't matter what Willie had done up to that point. I mean, Khabib, like I said, he's like a wet blanket, and that is a strong blanket. I mean, he was all over him, and he wasn't able to defend properly, and so Khabib got the finish there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Khabib, 100 ground and pound. I mean, you don't want to get put in that position too many times. So yeah, unfortunately for Wooly, he looked so good in that fight, guys, but just unable to defeat Sniper. As soon as you put him in that position, it just seemed like it all crumbled down. But what a fight to open up the card. Hope you guys enjoyed it at home, and hopefully we are ready to cruise on to our next one. Romero, you're talking about Double Matt being a member of our team, and is this Spooky Geist? Are they the same person, or is this a different guy? Different guy?
Not the same
different guy. Take it away, Romero. Talk about these two here.
I mean, Double Matt came out grappling in his last fight against a very, very game Max Holloway. I believe it was against Pip. 1-1 heading into the third. I might have low-key commentator cursed him because I said other homeboy got to knock him out. And it got to the fence. The flurry started throwing with Max. Was trying to time the takedown, wasn't there. And poor Double Mac this close to getting the win with Charles Oliveira, unable to happen. But it looks like he's going to striking route. I don't know much about Spooky UFC. Usually these guys that have UFC in their name, man, they be alt accounts, bro. I don't know who this is. But whoever it may be, he's running with Ilya Taporia. And hey, Double Mac going with Aldo. You better make Aldo look good, or I'm coming for you, brother.
Yeah, Aldo is my pick online when I go bantamweight, so he's really got to make him look good. When you go Aldo, you got to use those low kicks. He's got really good combinations when whether it's the left hook to the kick or the straight to the kick. You really got to use those leg kicks for using Aldo.
Yeah, for sure. His leg kicks are devastating. Great takedown defense as well. And that's not going to matter because Spook says, hey, man, I'm Ilya. I'm coming on top of you. Wait, Ayo. And yeah, Romero, take it away.
Hey. My God, brother. But anywho, as we stay locked in here for the fight, doing a good job of getting feet on hips. This is a great opportunity for Double Matt trying to look to De La Riva, unable to deny the pass to side control. So right here, you gotta conserve energy if you're Aldo. Aldo is able, he's thrown up to 270 strikes across a 3-rounder. He's thrown it across, a 5-rounder, but it has to be with a managed pace, not all at once. And so Spook is doing a good job of getting that control time, not making all the work too hard. Now we're in the cage butterfly position. It will serve Double Matt really well to look for a reversal, and he actually gets the reversal.
Dude, you predict these things.
I predict these things. What you talking about, counter, brother? All right, so now that we're here, it would serve Double Matt. The best thing that he can do is try to get to a pass and get to a control position like side saddle. Now he's working the ground and pound, getting some good shots off, but he gets up, Satch. What is he doing?
Yeah, no, we just talked about this earlier, man. If you're going against a guy who wants to take you down, you got to punish him. I mean, he landed a couple good strikes in the ground and pound. Maybe he was afraid of being flipped, and so he just decided to give up the full guard position. Oh, let's see what Double Matt can do on the feet, though. Like I said, oh, here we go. Starting to blast some shots back and forth.
Yeah, it looks like Spook's just trying to walk him down now, and with that threat of the takedown, Double Matt has that in the back of his head, in his subconscious. He's like, damn, he can take me down. He might be able to control me, so maybe that hinders some of his striking. And there's his shot again, but this time Double Matt able to successfully judo throw him into side saddle. Beautiful.
Beautiful work. Got to be careful. Topuria does have the reversal. If you try to go for the arm triangle and side saddle, it doesn't really trigger it. Although, if you guys, know ball, you guys know game. Aldo was taking down Korean Zombie like 3-4 times, some nice takedowns way back before I even touched combat sports. And so now that he's here with Jose Aldo, back in the day, I'm talking about old Unk style. So right here with Jose Aldo, he put Uriah Faber in the crucifix. You should be looking to put Ilia Topuria in the crucifix. That's what he's looking for. Goes to side saddle, keeps attacking the sub, but Aldo's sub offense isn't really that high. Control needs to be the factor here. Gotta focus on trying to land these shots. Don't get up and give him anything for free. He goes to back sitting, showing a little bit of that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. 30 seconds, now you can try to attack a sub, try to rack up those points, and he is able to do so with about 23 seconds left, Satch.
Yeah, you got to wonder whether he's attacking these subs out of actually trying to get the sub or just to get his opponent to think about it. Because you said to yourself, Aldo does not have a strong sub game. He's going for the sub here, the armbar, and Ilya's able to escape in reverse.
There we go. Close fight between these two. Looks like Ilya Spook might have had, those, stats are never correct. It's all about damage, right? But it seemed like he was able to get the takedowns and control, but that judo throw from Double Matt was pretty nice, Romero. Who do you think took that first round if you had to guess?
I think Ilya was landing some cleaner shots on the feet. And there's a little mind game that people don't take it. I'm gonna give y'all some free game. There's a little mind game that people don't realize from Aldo. When you go against somebody who's known for kicks, right? All right, this guy has good leg kicks, so I'm gonna just keep low blocking every 2 seconds. So that means you have your opportunities right then and there to fire off shots to the head because they're constantly low blocking. Then as the round progresses, you start to work those low kicks in. You want to focus on quality over quantity, but Double Matt makes a mistake. Might be seeing a little bit of deja vu. He's on defense, and because he's not standing his ground properly, his positioning is not ideal. Topuria throws the 3-2 head kick, and he has to get off. Use over-under clinch, but gets countered. Beautiful counter from Ilia Topuria, Satch.
Yeah, Double Matt's been backing up this whole fight. Ilya's been able to push him to the fence and basically tee off when he wants to. So if you're letting a guy like Spook control the range, it's not going to go good for you. You saw that Aldo got caught there, but Double Matt did let him a couple good head kicks. Maybe we can keep track. Pay attention to that. That was a good exchange.
Ooh, that was a fierce exchange there, and Double Matt needs to stand his ground as he throws that 1-2. Ooh, spinning heel kick connects on Spook, but he keeps backing up. He needs to go sideways, left or right. He's backing into the cage. There's the judo throw and a little payback for what Double Matt did to him earlier, Romero.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm not seeing Double Matt attack, the turns off of the takedowns. I wouldn't even recommend that now he gives up full mount. You don't want to be in mount on this game, especially after getting denied. And now Ilia Topuria with those hammers of doom. Good defense from Double Matt, but you got to think that time is starting to tick away as the fight. Right now, what Double Matt needs to do, if he wants to pull off a miraculous comeback, Aldo doesn't have the best sub offense. However, if he's able to lock in the sub, he'll be able to be staying in top position. But Spook's not having none of it. None of it. He's making sure he's staying on top, and now he's attacking the armbar. Ilia Topuria sub, the offense is very, very solid, as Bryce Mitchell found out, trying to defend, and he's great sub defense from Double Matt.
Yeah, and if you paid attention there on the full mount, when he was full mount, he tried to go for the up escape, and to me that signals a bit of desperation. He's getting a little tired of being on bottom when you go for that push up and the ankle pick escape. So you know, we'll see what Double Matt can do, but he clearly doesn't want to be on the ground anymore. He wants to get back to the feet and try and land some good strikes.
Yeah, and even in the guard, you got to be careful just boxing right up because the good players will deny that, but he cruises over to the half guard position, and both guys are trying to build GA right now, trying to make a move. There it is, side control. Now Double Matt in a nice prime position to do some damage, maybe go for that crucifix like Romero said, but the sprawl is there, and they are moving here on the feet with 40 seconds left.
Ooh, nice style from Double Matt. So Aldo does have a good arm triangle. He has some good naked choke. Just 30 seconds left. Actually takes the back. There's an opportunity here. Look, the last round, he did finish out with a sub attempt. Maybe could have scored for him a little bit deeper on the judge scorecards. However, he did get stunned in this round. I think Double Matt might be down 2-0 heading into this third round. Only way I see him winning, he has to stun him, drop him, get a sub off, and maybe he can try to force a draw. But he has to be consistent for these next 5 accelerated minutes because Spook UFC looks like he's going to be cruising to another win.
Yeah, I mean, he said your best. He's really got to look for a finish here. That round 1 was kind of close, but it really felt like it was Ilya's round, and that round 2 was pretty dominant. So he's either going to need to get a finish or a 10-8 round here to try and stay in this match. A show of respect. These guys have been dropping respect the whole match. I mean, when you're a guy like Double Matt, you're the leader of the community. You got to do it, but oh my goodness.
Oh, no! Bang, bang, flow state. Bang off. Oh, my God.
Double Matt alone, man.
That's the
Man, buckled him.
Someone check on the boss.
Oh, man.
His T.
He's only one Matt now. There's no more Double Matt.
He's seeing double.
No.
He's seeing double, but
God dang it, we lost the Matt.
Look at this.
Look, he waited for the opportunity to pop that Tiger flow stick. I mean, he was in the zone showcasing a full mixed martial art skill set with Ilya Taporia. And the biggest issue there, for those of you guys who are newer to the game, was it was the footwork choice of Double Matt. He kept backing straight up, wasn't using a lot of lateral movement, kept trying to trade back and forth with Taporia instead of picking the shots. The damage starts to build. And look, it took one good flurry to the body. One good flurry to the body. The stamina gets shots down, and now you're being put in a position trying to defend high and low. That's how strong these body shots are now in this game when they get rocked. And Spook is able to get a very, very crafty win here, Satch.
Yeah. I mean, Spook is definitely trying to move his way up the card with that kind of performance because he was kind of in control the entire match. He was in control on the feet, on the ground. He was the one initiating the takedowns, and he was the one that was sitting on top of Aldo for most of the fight. So it was a good showing. He showed all the phases of his game, and maybe he's looking for some tougher competition next week.
You leave Double Matt alone. He fought with his heart, right? That was tough for my boy Double Matt. All right, you leave him out of this.
Yeah, great exchange. A great fight between these two, and that's 2 fights in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great time watching from around the world on YouTube and Twitch. This is the Esports Fight League, where the best of the best compete. And now we're gonna bring you to our next fight between two new players, but one TK Ungodly has had like 25 fights, but Caillou from Germany, no recorded fights, making his debut. Romero, what are we gonna expect from these two?
The TV show.
Caillou, you talking about ball man? You talking about the ball dude? Yeah, Caillou. I don't know nothing about no Caillou. I thought a dude named Kyle Land, but TK Ungodly. I know those guys from the TK camp. They tend to be, they're very rush happy. They will rush you. They will try to get you out early combinations. They're the kings from Canada, so they're hopped up on maple syrup every single time they play.
Wow.
So we're gonna see a little bit of German work here. Caillou. The matchup is, welterweight. Maybe we see Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Maybe see a little bit of some get back action here. Maybe some GSP. I'd like to see somebody, rock some GSP. Saw GSP lose before. Maybe GSP needs to get a win on ESFL. We all see. But Q, he don't come with no camp. He don't come with no camp. He's not part of nobody. And they're using the fake 4-star Carlos Prates against Leon Edwards.
Yeah, right. Caillou's fighting out of Germany. I'm not sure we have too many other German fighters out here tonight, so he's really representing his country. He's going to have to show us something. Show us what the Germans can do.
For sure, and I love the glasses that he has. So obviously has played a lot on Carlos Prates. Caillou coming out, and Prates has so much power and so much range. But Leon Edwards has so many good kickboxing combinations. He's long as well. So this will be a good matchup between these two strikers. But right away, you're seeing TK unloading early.
Yeah, he ducks the head kick, gets a good hook. Now,
Boys are moving.
People gotta understand, counters will build up over time. You don't get the rock right away. You don't get that stun right away. It doesn't mean that your counters ain't landing, because the long-term bar is starting to get hit by TK Ungodly. I'm liking the pressure from Caillou. He's landing 1-2 shots. Beautiful calf kick, lead body kick, showing him maybe, you know, he's trying to turn Leon to a wrestler. You want to see him take the down. You want to think the wrestler now, you know? So, we've seen him knock out Leon Edwards before in real life. I like the pressure that I'm seeing here, Satch.
Yeah, and like I said, with Leon Edwards, you're the smaller fighter. You have the lower wingspan. You really want to be the one pressuring, determining the range. So when you're fighting back and letting your opponent kind of dance on you like this, it's really playing right into Caillou's game.
For sure. And that's what Carlos Freiti's players love to do, and their shots are so devastating. There's the cap kick as well, but okay, TK is not gonna just get backed up. He's moving laterally pretty well. Oh, but he's getting tagged with some big shots here, and you can't get tagged too much by Carlos Freiti's. Bang! A big head kick lands. To the face, down goes TK
down. You want to shoot that down, you're wrestling now. Look, Leon, when he fought Carlos Prates, he was taking him down. He was making him work, and there he is. He's trying to take down. He's trying to wrestler now, but it's not happening. It's a little bit too late there with the damage. He needs to get this pressure from Prates off. He's powered up by Zins, alcohol, and Nutella. We don't know how he does it, but he fucking does it. And right there, good, beautiful parry by Prates. He's looking. Caillou is putting it on. Yes, kids. Caillou is putting it on, and he's not even bald, Satch.
He's not a kid anymore. He's grown up. He's fighting like a grown man right now. I mean, he is just tagging Leon Edwards and Ungodly in so many different ways. And this is looking like just an avalanche of offense coming from Caillou.
Yes, and he forgot his snow equipment, and he is getting murked by that avalanche right now. These body kicks are thunderous. The calf kick, he's mixing it up so well. And it looks like TK keeps going to that lead head kick, and it's pretty good. He had a good duck earlier, but Caillou is in his flow state, and he has his in-game flow state. Maybe he combos them to get the finish here, Romero.
And what I'm loving right now is you can tell when somebody's posture is starting to break. In the beginning, TK Ungodly was like firing off, trying to chop, but now he's trying to beat Caillou to the punch. Caillou almost cost himself a big fight throwing a spinning heel kick, but he says, voila, I'm good. Another beautiful calf kick. He has the round in the bag, doesn't have to go for anything further. TK Ungodly, listen, brother, I need you to go to the next door, whatever NCAA institution is right by you, whatever the equivalent of that is in Canada. I need you to channel them right now. Because on the feet, it ain't looking too well. You need to take this man down now. You need to go to wrestle now. You need to take him down now, brother. Because right now, Caillou is ripping the Muay Thai experience on Leon Edwards.
I mean, not just that, Caillou's head movement has been fantastic. So maybe Ungodly should start targeting the body, target the legs. But it's hard to do that when your head's as compromised as his is right now, and he's just eating all these punches.
Yeah, so many punches, and he's eaten so much damage already in the first round. His leg is a little compromised. His head health is low. Bang, but there it is. He tags Caillou back. Caillou trying to move. And TK Ungodly finally seeing some light in that Carlos Freiti's death tunnel with that combo there, Romero. Almost had that kick, too.
And he lands a spinning heel kick. Spinning heel kick on the way up. Pressuring. I think that man got some Nutella in his back pocket because he got rocked and he recovered real quick. And it was a beautiful shot there. That calf kick takes out the base leg of Leon Edwards. Now, maybe these guys have an agreement not to use their flow state. Look at that beautiful intercept. God! He used a beautiful intercept to stop the head kick. And I'm loving the way that Caillou is ripping it. Uh-oh, no flow state. He said, turn that off, brother. You ain't using it today. 6 down Leon Edwards. Are we going to see a finish in round 2 like the real fight, Satch?
Yeah, I mean, Ungodly, he rocked him there for a second, but sometimes that's what you need is Caillou. When he was doing as much damage as he was, sometimes you need to get hit to remind yourself that you're still in a cage fight and that you got to be focused and you got to win. And so we've seen after he got that big hit off, I mean, he's just been back to teeing off again. And he's playing a lot smarter with taking incoming damage.
Oh man, Caillou is just fighting so viciously. Every time he's in range, he's throwing those double elbows. I think these players are utilizing their flow states to finish fights now. They're being more strategic. Bang, big shots. He's just buckling that leg, throwing some Carlos Freitas bombs. TK finally checks one, but he's limping around. He's damaged, and he can't really see straight. He's concussed, Romero, and he's in big trouble.
Dude, right here, like, this is the worst possible position you could be. Your head elf is hurt, your body elf is cooked, tries to go for the wombo to death, and look at the Caillou said, come on, brother, come here, bro. Look, it's too late now. This disadvantage right here, if there's anything that hurts Leon, it's when he's not flowing and you're not being precise. It seems to me that TK Ungodly was trying to treat it like UFC 5. He could rip whatever combination that he could want with Leon and have success. Wasn't really using the kickboxing archetype that Leon is. He's ripping these double hooks, trying to rip these 4-piece combos. That ain't Leon. Lee hook lands. Caillou's watching him. Ref, Herb, what are you doing? Herb, step in. We've seen enough, Zach. Oh my God. There was no takedown. He couldn't get the takedown. It was a rip. And Caillou, beautiful Muay Thai performance, ripping all the southpaw advantages that he could. Just beautiful work. You know, you gotta feel for TK Ungodly. Started out hot that minute, but the shot selection wasn't proper to Leon Edwards. The shot selection for Carlos Pratas was on point. Counters looked good. Worked low, kept switching up the targets, and he gets the finish in round number 2, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, and Caillou, you saw there was a couple chances in that fight where he probably had an opportunity to jump on TK to get that victory, but he said, no. This is my debut. I want to make a statement. He kept letting him get up, and he wanted that knockout punch, and boy, he got it. He got the highlight. Welcome to the ESFL, my friend.
Yeah, welcome. He just made a huge splash because he just beat up a TK-trained Ungodly who's had 25 fights, ranked 273 in the global rankings on the ESFL bot. And Caillou came in here from Germany. No one really knew who he was, and he just showed everybody. He showcased amazing striking. I don't think we saw him on the ground. I don't think Ungodly was able to even get the fight to the ground, so we still need to, answer some of those questions. Does he have the ground game? But, man, he had great takedowns, good distance. I love the leg kicks that he was throwing in there. Those calf kicks were nasty. And also just every time he was in range of a certain shot, he's throwing like real good elbows, like perfect range shots. I'm sure Romero enjoyed that, and yeah, just a devastating performance in his debut. I mean, an amazing fight, boys.
Dude, the player base has just gotten significantly better. It's been, we started out with the UFC 3 system of striking. Nobody knew everything. I mean, Rob, at that time, if we saw somebody throw jab, lead hook straight, we're like, oh my God, this guy.
Oh my God.
He's something else. And now, like, these new guys, they've seen it all, right? They got videos from Martial Mind, videos from me, videos from Pride, videos from GOAT, all these guys, and they've learned and learned. They didn't have to be the guys having that stuff experimented on them with that stuff. Now they get to access it right away, especially with UFC 6 dropping. And as a whole, this community skill level has just gotten up. No more is it just to a select few players that knows all the ins and outs. And we're showcasing that here on ESFL. All these debut guys, they're looking real good. Even the guys that lost, they have some moments where they're looking like, dude, if you adjust 1 or 2, 3 things there, you can fight. You can compete at that level. But we're going to have another bout at welterweight. We got, looking like maybe Bilal Muhammad, remember the name, against Leon Edwards.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me while I'm up here in the commentator booth. Because, yeah, I can't hang with these new guys. Man, that head movement, that last fight was just insane. But moving on to our new fight, once again, we have 2 new guys that I don't believe have had too much experience with the actual ESFL fight. I think that we had a couple ESFL live events. Is that correct?
Well, Cerberus,
Cerberus has some experience.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually, if I recall, I might have been commentating alongside my boy Bruce Lee Rob. I think he picked up a win over Charlie. Charlie was pretty solid. He got a nice decision win over Charlie. Beat Declan. Yeah, he beat Declan. Yeah, I was commentating with my boy. Cerberus, he's not 0-0. He's still doing work on these things. And Kyle Ken, hey, respect for the name. If you know Dragon Ball, that's Kyle Ken. That's turning up. So he's trying to get a get back for TK Ungodly. TK Kyle Ken, a fan of Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, you know what I'm saying? USA versus USA though. Nay versus TK. We're gonna see some action, Satch.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be a good fight. I'm looking to see if Bilal Muhammad's really going to go towards that ground game or if he's going to try and keep it on the feet with Leon Edwards, because he might have some trouble if he tries to stay on the feet.
And Big J Cerebus is part of that NAE camp, and those guys are all pretty damn vicious in ranked when I'm going against them. So these guys are well trained. They know what to do. Big J's been competing in a lot of different tournaments in my own dojo league. He knows how to win. This guy is real dangerous, and with Bilal Muhammad, and he already has Leon Edwards on the ground, this is going to be a little bit scarier. An already side control position. Does he get this denial? No, but still kind of crazy here so far in the early round. Romero.
Beautiful passes from Bilal. Remember the name, Muhammad, trying to replicate that performance that he had against Leon Edwards in his title-winning performance. Such a solid performance from an underdog. If you guys haven't watched that fight, but working the body, he's focusing on positional control. Now, I like Bilal Muhammad. I actually helped out one of his wrestlers way back in October, a guy that knows him pretty well. So shout out to Bully. But Bilal Muhammad, when I use you on UFC 6, I be telling the crowd, remember the decision, because I be trying to win dominantly on the scorecards. I ain't even looking for the finish. If I get it, it's by accident. But we're here. He's on top, getting that control time, trying to pass the stack guard. Is Leon Edwards going to look to move? Gets the hip over, and we see a reversal, Rob.
Dude, that was nice. Got that denial. You know, I think he's going to stack. He got that denial, and then he reversed the position. Now he's going to see what he can do on top. Goes to the full mount position on top of Bilal. Denies him as well. TK flowing on the ground, postured up with a lot of stamina. He's going to land some big shots here. Satch is just coming back in. TK on top, reverse position. Now he's landing big bombs. Satch, I know you're just tuning back in, but those are some beautiful trees behind you. This fight is heating up.
Yeah, thank you. Leon Edwards on top here. You're Bilal Muhammad. This is not where you want to be. You really want to be on top, right? He's more known for being the grappler here, so beautiful transition to get out of that. He timed that punch left in the full mount there, and now he's back to his feet.
Starting to see a little bit of what I call cycling there from the NAE boys, trying to throw that ugly forward rear hook into lead hook. Here's a perfect time to let your hands go. Goes for a spinning heel kick with Bilal Muhammad on the fence. If you get your opponent backed up against that black line and you shoot those takedowns, that grapple advantage is going to shoot up. They start working with the takedown. Beautiful takedown entry, but a nice denial for the scramble for Leon Edwards. Tries to throw a preemptive uppercut to hit the noggin of Bilal Muhammad. And what it seemed like it was going to be one-way traffic on one side, Kyle Ken said, hold on, brother. Hold on. I'm not going to let him bully me, son. We're here to throw and fight. And they are tagging each other, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you want on the feet. You know, just fireworks. See everyone, making good exchanges here. And you mentioned earlier you tried to go for the uppercut to counter the takedown, but, man, those are so hard to time in this game.
They really are. And, man, Big J is just all over him, just, you know, taking him down, throwing some shots. You saw a spinning heel kick earlier. He's mixing it up. The head health on KO Ken is low, and he needs maybe he's KO Ken 5 or 10 right now. He needs to go 20, Romero. He needs to go KO Ken 20 if he wants to win this next round.
Yeah, right now, what he has to do in round 3 between Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad, an inkling of hope for Leon Edwards was when he was able to reverse position and get on top. What's been the theme I was talking about before the fight starts? If they're grappling you, you gotta grapple them back. And to his credit, he did get to mount. He did land some shots, but remember the name was saying, remember these hands, the Canelo hands, and he was landing them. However, I can see a little bit of recklessness from the NAE boys. He's just throwing. He's throwing straight, round shot straight, round shot straight. And there's an opportunity for TK Kyle Ken to counter. Misses on a block counter opportunity. He's now firing back in panic. Pay attention to short-term stamina. If he's not careful here by the fence, he's going to get dropped. But a beautiful takedown. And to get him throwing the Canelo hands. And another takedown for the bully, Bilal Muhammad, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the trademark of a good player, because they were in the middle of a fisticuffs fight, and he was able to consider, oh, maybe I should take him down right here. It's hard to think like that when you're throwing the combinations and you're dodging and you're weaving. And, I mean, that was a great move, and now he's in full mount, so he's paid handsomely for his wise fight IQ.
For sure, and now on top with Bilal with so much time on the clock, and he does the... What's the perk for Bilal? Do you know, Romero? Is it going to increase his ground and pound skills, or... I mean, he's throwing some heat here.
I'm pretty sure it's groundskeeper. I'm gonna have to turn on my PlayStation.
Let me check it out for you. Take it away.
You got it locked in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's groundskeeper, where like if it's groundskeeper, it speeds up the transitions when he's on top, right? I think that's what popped up. I'm pretty sure it's groundskeeper. I could be wrong though. But nonetheless,
It is groundskeeper. It is groundskeeper.
Yeah, okay, I got it on my head. What are you talking about? All right, let's go. So he's working the body.
The UNC encyclopedia over there. Come on, man. You can't question him.
For real.
But great positional work here. This is what you got. Listen, if you're in a real life fisticuff situation and you got to get the control time, get the control time. But I speak about that, and he jumps in submission with Bilal Muhammad, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, that was beautiful. I was a little interested because he went for the sprawl sweep. He went back to the sprawl. I was like, why would he do that? Now he's got the submission deep. He might be able to finish the fight here.
Yeah, he got a beautiful submission there. It looks like Leon has some great submission defense, but that's going to put him in the full mount position. The momentum in his favor, the stamina advantage in his favor. The fight is in his favor, and now can KO stay composed here and not make a crazy mistake. He doesn't deny the posture up. Big shots from Bilal Muhammad. He's defending himself decently, catches that one on the right, so he lives to fight another day, but man, he is in trouble with that stamina disadvantage.
Yeah, and a minute left in mount.
Oh.
Beautiful slip to avoid the final shot. Probably should have tried to power. Now we're going to see an armbar attempt from Bilal Muhammad, but I mean, there's a last-ditch effort here. He has to try to maybe race that side, able to get the denial. He might be able to race it right here. And he is beautiful submission defense from Kaioken. Look, maybe his offense isn't on Kaioken, but defense in these horrible positions, you got to give him credit there. Although short-term stamina is low, he's going to get in the armbar. Now, he won't finish the fight with the armbar, but I'm telling y'all this right now. You're heading into the final portions of the rounds, and you've been almost subbed twice, and it happens here. This would be, on record, this would have to be one of the greatest sells in ESFL history if you are Bilal Muhammad and you lose this fight. You got the choke sub. You got the armbar sub. So you already tacked the stamina. You already tacked the block. Numerically speaking, the chances of victory is pretty much locked in. But can Leon Edwards go back to his corner, get his brother yelling at him in his ear, tell his coaches to tell him don't let him bully you, and fire off a head kick to get a finish? I don't know, Satch, but we gonna have to let it fly and find out.
All things considered, Leon Edwards is definitely down 2-0 here, but he hasn't taken too much damage. This is not the worst situation to be in. You have Leon Edwards, you got a little bit of power to you. If he can land a couple good counter strikes, he can definitely take this fight. It's not over. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I spoke too soon.
You are bad luck, Satchmo. Every time you say something, they just get murked in there. Bang, takedown. Bilal Muhammad all over, and I'm noticing Kaioken, he has these slips, but he doesn't take advantage. He throws like a jab instead of like a power shot. So I think he's feeling this moment right now, and Big J is all over him, throwing heat, mix-ups, body shots, head shots, and it's making it real tough for Kaioken because Big J has so much confidence, so much stamina, and so much block in his favor, and he is just going to annihilate Kaioken, it seems, in round number 3.
Yeah, and where it's lacking is the counters for Kaioken. The other thing is, too, I know you thought he didn't take too much damage, brother, but that long-term bar is low, which is why he's losing these exchanges against Bilal Muhammad. He loses it again. The stamina's super low. Gets dropped by the fence. Forget about remember the name. How about you remember the finish for NAE Cerberus? Locks it down with the bully B170 on Twitter and gets the W over Leon Edwards. NAE, welcome to a nice third win now on the ESFL exhibition card. Looking solid is Cerberus.
Yes, sir. Looking real solid. And with a win over Charlie, a win over Declan, Cerberus has gotten multiple wins throughout the esports scene, not only in the ESFL, but in many other organizations. And he is really making a name for himself, Satch. I mean, he looked real good in there.
He's making a name, and he has a great name. Cerberus is an iconic one, so I like that. He's keeping winning these fights, and I mean, if he stays on the track that he's on, sky's the limit for him.
For sure, sky is the limit. Kaioken came out pretty good, but Cerberus, it is his night, and these have been firecracker fights. That's what we do in the Esports Fight League, and we got another banger fight for you guys up next. We got a guy that's actually dipping his toes in ESFL commentary. I believe we saw him 2 weeks ago with Kingsley. and it's Drake UFC, and this guy's also been doing real good. He did lose to Charlie 18, but he's been fighting very well. He's been improving, and he's been showing that he's trying his best to train and compete all over the place. So another guy that's very dangerous, has some experience, but this guy, Romero Storm, 6-13, the Matador pressure striker. Do you know anything about this guy, Storm?
Storm, I mean, he kind of sends it. From what I've watched for the game, like, he sends it. Got a win over One Thunder. Like, a lot of his wins are comeback wins or just sloppy, but like fun sloppy. We're talking like Ion Kutalaba just throwing hands and like he could catch you. Like, he could catch you. And to Drake's credit, I don't think he fought as well as I've seen him work with Ed Parker. I've seen him work with Muay Jesus. I've seen him work, and when I saw him against Charlie, it looked like to me the ESFL lights were just a little bit too bright for him, and it kind of like, not to take anything away from Charlie, I thought Charlie looked amazing, but I think Drake can perform a lot better today, and I'm looking forward to see how does he rebound from that exhibition loss. We can see all these good players when they're winning. Everybody wants to be on the top of the world, but we all know what makes a really good story is those comebacks from the losses, Satch.
Drake? No, I mean, I would expect to see some good matchups here. We also have his opponent coming out of the Showtime Killers camp, and as Showtime Satch, I don't know how to feel about that, so we'll just have to see how this fight goes.
Yeah, and a great matchup too, huh? Cody versus
Cody and TJ.
Exactly, TJ, the classic matchup. Cody's really nasty in this game. He's got good hands, good power. I'm not sure about that chin, but TJ also a really good pick. His movement is phenomenal. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun fight, guys.
Well, we gotta recall, like, a lot of what they've done in UFC 6, and I have mixed feelings about it, but almost every single fighter, maybe some of them haven't updated yet, but they have their quote-unquote prime stats. So we got Cody Garbrandt before he got knocked out by TJ.
Yeah.
We got the Cody Garbrandt that was dancing, smoothing, touching up on Cruz. No pause there. He was laying the paws down on Cruz. Won a nice 48, 47, 49, 46 on Dominic Cruz, one of the legends. But nice body kick work from Drake UFC. Using those kicks, that bang Muay Thai. That is what you got to do with TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw's head kicks and body kicks. Very, very dangerous in combination. Nice flying knee. And Matador looking like to me that he's trying to cut off that range, land some body hook, because the hooks of Garbrandt are some of his best weapons, Satch.
Yeah, well, you mentioned you have Prime Cody, but this is PED Dillashaw here, so the sky's the limit for him. But I love using TJ, and I've been kind of these guys are throwing, but I've been kind of talking down the fighters that have been backing up and not been controlling the range. But when you're TJ, this is the way to play. You kind of back in, get right back in the range, because he's got such good movement with his feet. It's really easy to be light on your feet and to get in and engage at your terms.
Yeah, for sure. He's got to stay away from that power from Cody. You see every time they get into the pocket and that boxing is being utilized by Matador, it's just so powerful. And the block gauge on Drake just getting tested, and the head health bleed through is real. And this is a tough fight right now. Drake's got to stay out of range. He's doing some good work with those lead body kicks, but he's got to be careful of those hands from Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, the thing is, too, TJ Dillashaw has the evasive style with his block. So while he can move his head really, really well, his block is not built to sustain a lot of offense on it, which is why his long-term block is already on the lower end. Lands a beautiful overhand, picking his shots right. He has to make sure, just like TJ Dillashaw did in their actual fight, throw the ego to the side. Don't trade with Cody in places you don't need to. And look at that. Shoots a beautiful low single showing that 3-time NCAA qualifier TJ Dillashaw wrestling. And that's what you got to do. Both guys have landed some good shots on the feet. You want to solidify the round. This is MMA, brother. This ain't no SMB. And a beautiful takedown for TJ as we close out the remaining portion of this round, Satch.
Yeah, and so when you use TJ, I've used a lot of TJ back in my day, so I've had this TJ Garbrandt matchup plenty of times. And the important thing to notice is that TJ has a huge stamina advantage against Garbrandt, so you really want to exacerbate that. You want to attack the body when you're on the feet and make it so when you get to rounds 2, the end of round 2 and the start of round 3, that your stamina meter is twice as big as your opponent's. I mean, he did a great job. He probably won round 1, and that's the scariest thing when you go against Cody.
Yep, for sure. You don't want that stamina to snowball. But I felt like the damage from Cody Garbrandt was think he won that battle, but I'm not sure on the head hold. I know he was testing the block a lot. Like Romero said, the block can't last as long because of his unique block style. But yeah, Drake UFC could be losing, but I don't know the body damage. Romero, I mean, it could go either way. But yeah, maybe Drake is ahead.
I think Drake is ahead, and I think it's because he closed out the round strong. He landed those big overhands, good body shots. We're in round 2. Oh, and a wild flurry from Matador. Nice counter just to respond back from Drake UFC. And this is when you're trying to stop somebody's momentum. You know, I call it this. When I'm streaming, I say, hey, yo, he feeling himself a little bit too much. You can feel it when the person tries to goes for the takedown feint into shot up top. TJ Dillashaw loved to do that in his prime heyday. Used to love faking the single leg, coming up top with an uppercut. You got to use it if you're using TJ Dillashaw. And that's what he does. Fakes the level change, gain him to overgrab. Beautiful pull counter once again, circling rear body hook. And I can see Matador's trying to stay composed. A beautiful overhand lands on the block. Matador has to start ripping. You don't have to do it all the time, but Cody does have some good calf kicks. And if you want to limit that movement, just throw one or two of them. That's some good time, Satch.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say who's winning these exchanges because TJ's probably landing more punches, but Garbrandt hits like a Mack truck. So this might be going either way. I don't even know what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, this is a great fight. Back and forth, and here comes the Matador putting some pressure on Drake now. Drake feeling that power, trying to stay on his bike, trying to move, and he's throwing some real heat. He's throwing that straight down the pipe. He does have his Spectre perk reduced damage taken while swaying when walking backwards or sideways, so maybe he'll use that when he's in trouble. More of a defensive perk, Romero, but right now, these two are trying their best to get an advantage over each other, and it's a very back and forth exchange.
What I'm liking so far is that when Drake gets to that black line, the moment Cody starts to pressure, he doesn't try to fire back right away. He starts to circle, focuses on getting back to his position. So he's doing a good job of drawing Matador in, lands a nice shot. And if you pay attention right now to the long-term health, Drake is winning. Drake is throwing in those hands right now. He's got his hands low. He has the advantage in the head health. He lands another big shot. And with the chin and recovery stats for Cody Garbrandt and a beautiful, well-timed takedown from Drake UFC. Drake UFC's putting it all together, Satch.
Yeah, that was really smart right there. You saw Garbrandt overextend. He probably landed about a 3-punch combination on the block, and he shot for that takedown. He got it right away. And now, I mean, if Dillashaw ends this round on top like he did last round, in my book, it's about 2-0.
Yeah, for sure. He's done a lot of damage, and on top, 50 seconds left, just hitting these short shots, just trying to build some GA, just stay on top, maybe see if Drake's going to if Matador's going to make a mistake, postures up, goes to the stack guard position, good choice, but Matador able to catch it quickly and alleviate any damage coming his way. 20 seconds left, Romero. What are these guys going to do?
Right here, Matador wants to try to finish out the round strong, but Drake is doing a good job circling. He's fired up enough as a threat. Heck, he doesn't go through. Tries to fire off too. Lands a sneaky uppercut. Garbrandt is down 2. Drake has been on point everywhere. He's landing kicks. Now, if there's one mistake that I'm seeing Drake do it, but I don't think his opponent's keyed in on it. That body kick in the pocket, and specifically that circling body shot that he's going for. If Matador plants his feet, rips a rear hook, lead body hook, back to the rear body hook, good chance he can get a body health event. Good chance he can straight up drop him off of the first shot. But I don't think so. He's leading a lot with 1s and 2s with Cody Garbrandt, which isn't really his thing. He has a good jab, but really hooks are his strength. And it seems like to me, I think Drake knows that he's up 2. He's playing it relatively smart. Oh, but right there, just as I said, almost makes the mistake with the body shot, but then he goes for the circling shot, able to catch him at low short-term stamina, doubles up on the lead hand, and Drake is back in control, Satch.
Yeah, and Dillashaw's doing a good job with his movement. Once again, like you see Garbrandt's trying to plant and throw to try to get a big shot, but he's going in and out of the pocket. And if he keeps doing that, he's going to stay out of harm's way and kind of just cruise to a victory.
Yeah, he's movement. Drake's control of TJ, just that in and out movement, just staying elusive and then coming in and cracking him with a good shot has been the story of this fight. There's the straight there. And again, Matador really trying to go for that Hail Mary head kick. He's got to be careful Drake doesn't duck it. But here is the flow perk. Oh, and he denies it. Drake does not want to deal with this right now, and he gets him down. Smart play from Drake UFC.
Beautiful work there. That's that Tiger flow state. We saw Tiger get used against my boy Jose Aldo. And, you say, I want none of it. Showcasing some good old jiu-jitsu is Drake UFC. Like I said, I think last time he came out, he found himself at a disadvantage early. His opponent was probably better than he expected, and he lost that fight. Today, no stone left unturned. The grappling has been on point. The jiu-jitsu has been on point. The bang Muay Thai looking on point. 2 minutes left. Cody Garbrandt fighting for his life here against T.J. Dillashaw, and a rear naked choke entry, trying to stamp it off with a chariot on top of the rear naked choke, Satch.
Yeah, you know, some people come in here to fight to make a statement. Some would come in here to fight to win. You know, some of our other fighters we've seen today, they're making their debut. They've been looking for the big KO. Drake's completely fine just riding this round out and taking his victory and going home with his ball, you know.
Yeah, for sure. He wants that ball. He's taking it home. It's signed by Romero, and it's just, I mean, it's just going perfectly right now. Look at these ground and pound shots. You might want to put a stamp on that performance, the cherry on top of a brilliant
Too soon.
exchange. I mean, that was dirty. Romero's like, hey.
He heard you. He heard you. I think he heard you. He said, oh, am I going to finish him? I bet. That was so far on the card in terms of a mixed, complete performance, in terms of domination. That was it. He had a little bit of a scare here and there, but the wrestling was timed in beautifully. Had a couple of back takes, was attacking the submission, going for the position, and then finishes on top with some brutal ground and pound with TJ Dillashaw, the CEO of EPO. TJ Dillashaw gets the victory here today, and great on Drake UFC. I know you could perform like that, brother. Good job, fellow commentator.
Yeah, and I mean, I mentioned it earlier. The first round is the scariest round with Garbrandt, and that first round wasn't very scary. So after that first round, TJ was able to kind of take that stamina advantage, take that health advantage, and cruise out the rest of that fight.
Yeah, Drake looked like he brought his complete package, his complete game, and he showcased, hey, I got the skills. Like Romero said, he might have, you know, felt the lights of the ESFL, that bright suntan of excitement. And today he just came in and, you know, showcased his skills. And the more you compete, the better you play. You know, you get comfortable in there. And Drake is starting to get comfortable in there against Storm, and now making a big wave here in the community. But yeah, that was a great fight. Up next, though, we do have LW Pip versus Khalil, and Khalil is experiencing maybe some of those jitters right now, boys, because it's his first ever ESFL fight. He came highly recommended. Romero, what can you tell me, if anything, about LW Pip or Khalil?
I don't know. Khalil Kodro, I don't know much. I'll be honest with you. First ever ESFL fight, but he came highly recommended out of different athlete leagues. They ain't got no footy of the guy. So who knows? Maybe he beat up 20-0, beat up a bunch of cans, or maybe he beat some legit guys. We gonna find out, because LW Pip, he is a protege of LWCIA Webcam, a guy who played out in Las Vegas. Ended up, you know, I think finishing within like the top 15, top 16 guys there. So solid individual. I think it's looking like he's going with Brandon Royval, who came out with a big victory against William Kavanaugh, and also low-key took my parlay, because I had you winning by round 3 KO, and you decided to get a submission. Come on, Royval. What's wrong with you? But here we are against Manel Cotton and Brandon Royval. Sash.
Yeah, and I was looking at LW Pip's record. You know, he has a loss to Swamp Jamie. That's nothing to hang your head about. I mean, you have to be a really different level kind of guy to get a knockout win against Swamp Jamie. So, you know, this match is just trying to look to get back on track here, and this seems like a good time to do it.
For sure, both guys have great punch speed. Cape's got a little bit more power, but the cardio at 100 for Brandon Royval is pretty incredible. But in a 3-round fight, that might not matter too much. But these guys are coming into the center of the octagon, trying to get control. And I do love that Manel Cape pick. But let's see what these guys do. A nice little front body kick from Manel.
Yeah, very similar styles, right, for Cape and Royval. They're both kickboxers. They got all the kind of similar tools in their bag. So we'll have to see how this fight plays out.
I would like to see, so Manel has the power advantage. Obviously, dude, Royval there's some crazy stats of Royval. Like in the 3-round fight, threw like 400 shots in a 3-rounder. I think 500 something in like a 5-rounder. So if there's any fighter that nobody can say anything about with regards to stamina, this guy definitely is one of those guys. He's meant to do that. But that comes off of the strength of his 1s and 2s. And I'm seeing a lot of hooks and uppercuts that aren't being set up by Jazz, by Pip. And Manel, he knocked out Royval in real life. he's the better guy with the hooks and the uppercuts, and you don't want to be trading those with Manel. Manel throwing in them damn hands, but now the hands are coming out by Brandon Raw Dog Royval. Lee hook, cross, preemptive slip, nice beautiful counter. I'm not seeing much kickboxing. I'm seeing hands being thrown. And my Lord Almighty, is Manel showing up in his ESFL debut against a pretty solid player, Satch.
I mean, we go from our last fight, which is all movement-based and head movement, and we get this fight, this is rock'em sock'em. These guys are just standing in front of each other and banging. So, yeah, it makes for a lot more excitement for us, the fans, but maybe these guys could consider, you know, implementing some evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, these shots look fast. I mean, they look destructive. Every time Pip comes into the range of Khalil's Manel Cape, he is just throwing some heat, some stationary combinations, hitting them hard and hitting them fast. And Simple Pip, you know, using Brandon only has, I think, 90 punch power, so he can't really exchange with Manel Cape. He's got to use his movement. He's got to be long, and he needs to, you know, fight a little bit differently here, in my opinion.
I mean, the sub offense is solid from Royval. We saw him hit some takedowns on Loner Kavanaugh. What I'm loving to see from Khalil is now he's establishing pressure, but it's a lot of smart pressure. And you know what, like, as John Anik said, one of the best rounds of the year. If you don't like defense, I wouldn't say it's the best round so far in the card, but they are leaving defense behind the window. We're seeing that icon pop up, which means a 15% an increase of damage from straight shots from Manel. Mesa had an opportunity to probably sit down Mr. Royval, but I see that Khalil, the jitters are not existing. Seems like his record is not padded in those athlete leagues, and Pitt is down 1-0 to Khalil. Satch.
Yeah, and Rob, you mentioned earlier that if you're Royval, you can't stand and bang with Cape because of the punch power difference. And I'll correct you, you can, just not for long. You're going to get hit, and you're going to get hurt. So we need to see some more movement from Royval. Some more kicks for sure, and just trying to get his head off that center line because he is just getting teed off on right now. I mean, he's landing some good shots of his own, but with the power advantage, like you said, this round definitely with the Cape.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking at the fighter here, and Royval's got Unbreakable, more resistance to stuns when having less health. That's going to play in, and then Phoenix, faster recovery from stuns. Stinger, so he can't exchange. He could use his speed, but he just has to watch out because, you know, when they're both exchanging, that power from Cape, you know, comes into play, and he's been doing pretty well, but again and again, that hook, especially that lead hook I'm seeing from Cape, is just landing beautifully. Oh, but that sneaky little uppercut in there. This is a fun fight. Why do I feel like the thuds are a little louder in this one as well? I mean, this is just crazy.
The flyweights are throwing down, Manel gets him down, and the mistake, what was I saying about the shot selection with Royval? Oh, ducks into a knee, eats big damage. And here, I mean, at this point, it's almost risky to even shoot. I think Khalil would be on point with his takedown defense. Because a lot of people, they kind of like, you know, traumatized by UFC 5. And what I mean by that is, UFC 5, everybody was picking Royval. A lot of people were picking Royval because his jab and the way the game played out, you could rock him against almost anybody. But now we're seeing, like, yeah, you can try to sit and ban these uppercuts and hooks against a shorter fighter, but Manel ain't playing no games. The power differential is real, and he's throwing a lot of cyclic combinations. And now Khalil is on flow zone, flow state loaded up in the game, flow state loaded up in his room right now. He's turning up, he's moving the controller around, stepping in out of range, and it looks like to me Pip is panicking, Sash.
Yeah, and it's more of the same what we saw in the first round. It's just now that damage is really accumulated. Khalil's done a great job of landing punches on the guard and on the chin, and you know, with Royval just kind of refusing to move his head, it seems like he's just been getting teed off on.
Yeah, it's just such a fun fight. You know, these guys, there's been exchanges where they just stand right in front of each other, just relying on movement. And here comes the spring-loaded Loper after get-ups. Or Brandon Royval, I don't know if that's good. What's Manel Cape's flow state? I don't really know. Maybe Romero's got you on that. They're exchanging, though, in the middle. They are throwing down, boys.
Yeah, I know it's spring-loaded. It does increase your chances of health events also on the feet, too. Not to the same degree as Tiger, but it does. And the thing is, though, is that I was about to say, right here, look, Pip's on offensive autopilot. He's cycling the same combinations. But after I say that, he reads, but his short-term stamina is low, so he can't pursue further. I mean, look, they're already planning on making stamina changes on this game. We're seeing two guys with high cardio already hitting the 75% mark in flyweight. So these guys right now, I'm seeing that Khalil wants to finish. I think he can fire off a head kick after 3 or 4 piece because Royval has been slipping after every 3rd and 4th shot. Head kick might be there in his future to get a knockout win. He is at an advantage, but Pip needs to keep himself out of the hands of Manel because I have him down 2-0. So we got 10 seconds left, Satch.
Yeah, you mentioned it. So Royval's finally starting to slip that straight punch after about a 3rd or 4th time. So that hopefully that leans towards some success for him. It's how he got his stun in that round 2. If he can try to do a little bit more of that, that's probably the only way he can get back in the fight. He can't stand and bang anymore. His chin is compromised, and if he takes another big hit, he'll probably be out of this fight.
Yeah, for sure. He's in big trouble. He had a nice little play where he like slipped and ripped. And if I was fighting, I would definitely have the commentary turned loud in my ears, and I'd be waiting for Romero to give me like a little sneaky, tip, because he always gives the good ones. But hopefully they're not listening. Bang, uppercut lands, connects, down, goes, simple pitch, tumbles to the floor. And he's all over him, Romero, and this could be it.
Yeah,
Khalil, his debut is on fire.
OD for sure. And this is what I mean. Like, UFC 5, you could do this slip after everything. You could do it with a lot of these fighters, and they're having a hard time. I'm seeing it now with Pip. See that jab uppercut, but he all the way over there. Why are you throwing a jab uppercut? You got a nice 1-2 you could be using. You go 1-2 to the body. But now, because he's at such a disadvantage, he hasn't worked out any other targets. The only way Khalil loses this, he's going to have to throw like a body kick in the pocket or something. I see victory is imminent for Khalil. It's looming. Unless he gets a head kick duck, he gets set down by Manel. Manel's had enough. He dropped him again. This is looking bad. Call an ambulance. Wipe out, please. Another cross. And Khalil was flexing. He's showing the commentator booth. Nah, it's not stupid. He's dropping hit again. It would be crazy if he sell this fight right now. If he sells this fight, but no, he says no. He sits down Brandon Royval, 3 knockdowns in 1 round. And Khalil, welcome to the ESFL.
I mean, that right hook was a lethal weapon. That left hook like an RPG. That right hook dropped him 3 times and finally came across that left hook. And I mean, he went flying across that octagon.
Yeah, he did. That was nasty. Khalil came, and all these new guys are coming into the scene now, letting the old dogs and the veterans know, hey, there's a whole new stock of thoroughbred fighters coming in, and they are proving themselves again and again here, especially in these exhibitions, not the expeditions. But yeah, wow, that was a beautiful performance, Khalil. I love that fight. They really stood there and traded and exchanged, and Manel, that's Manel's world right there. So, man, Romero, that was a fun fight. I
would have loved to have seen, Royval hop off to the side, throw the 1-1-2s, alternate the 1-1-2s. He was cycling too much UFC 5 meta in Royval and not really utilizing his strengths. As a result of that, both guys were fighting pretty similarly, but the advantages are going to go to the guy that has more power there. And you're not going to out-trade Manel with Royval when your stamina is even. Maybe if the stamina is higher, if your head health is a little bit higher. But early on in the fight is not the way. But speaking of things that are not the way, there was a fight that happened a few years ago. And I'm seeing some pics across from me on the screen. And it was something that was not the way. It hurts my heart. It was Sean Strickland defeating Israel Adesanya. And if I have to witness that in virtual time one more time, I will be sad for about 5 seconds. So, in the middleweight division, we have another matchup. After a very, very solid performance from Khalil, we're seeing Jazz UFC versus DJD. Had a tough debut against Keza, who's fighting later on this card. But, put up a really good fight. We see Jazz UFC. He was throwing up some front kicks to counter pressure in his last bout. Had some good body shots. And now, because of my own personal bias, I want to see the win. I'll let you know. But I also got to call it out for Strickland if he starts putting them paws on me. I got to be unbiased here. Satchmo, what do you think?
Yeah, you just brought me back, man. I think that was about 2023, 2024. Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland. I was in Township, Florida State University, great bar. And everyone was just going crazy, man. When Sean Strickland got those knockdowns, everyone was chanting USA. I mean, that fight was fireworks. So I hope we get to see something like that again here in the virtual octagon.
Here we go. Sean Strickland's got some buffs since that last patch or a patch or two ago. And let's see how Sir DJ you know, is he going to put the pressure? A little bow there. And, you know, with Israel Adesanya, you do want to fight kind of on your back foot a little bit. You want to use the range, kind of how Prioxis fights. And right now he's kind of throwing some ill-advised spinning kicks that could get him into some serious trouble early.
Oh my God, he did not!
Right to the face!
So I saw on the screen, DJ D's actually up 7-2 on Jazz UFC. And we're starting to see why. Jazz UFC throwing a lot of reckless shots, throwing a lot of ill-advised spinning shots, as Rob said. And some beautiful combination work from Sean Strickland, Mr. Captain Rumble America, catches Adesanya on the bull. And this, matchmakers, what are you doing? Why are you making me come here to do commentary to watch this? I'm watching Israel Adesanya get walked down once again by Sean Strickland, not fighting the fight that he should be fighting. He's returning fire. He's throwing down the American flag. The Eagles are firing another headshot from Sean Strickland. And good Lord Almighty, Adesanya is running. He's going away, but he does not have the facilities for this big man. He does not have the facilities to fight back against this warmongering Sean Strickland Satch.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are watching there, but what I saw from DJD was he landed a 1-2, and a lot of times people expect, okay, your turn, my turn. He did an offbeat straight, and that's what ended up getting the drop. So, I mean, really smart fighting here from Sean Strickland. Israel Adesanya is not an easy fighter to use in this game. You have to be on your game to be an elite fighter with Israel Adesanya, and right now he is not.
Yeah, no, he's having some trouble with the range. He looks just a little too excited. He's not settled in. He's throwing some shots that are out of range. I know tears are coming down my brother Romero's face right now, but it seems like he's settling in a little bit more. He's getting tagged, but yeah, that offbeat straight at the end. That's why UFC 6 is so special. These offbeat shots are so nice. We got Sean Strickland with the flow state, but right now it is all Sir DJ. He's got Jazz just throwing these crazy shots, just really not timing anything.
Yes, he's not timing anything, and what I love from Mr. DJD, he's using that Philly shell really good. I saw him perfect block a couple of those shots. There was an opportunity for Jazz UFC, but I don't think he saw it. It was there. Why did you do this to me, Boylan? Why do I have to see this again? Oh my God. But a survival from Jazz UFC. Look, right here, the block is getting hit. The head damage is there. This is one-way traffic for Sean Strickland, DJD. Why couldn't the matchups be flipped? Because the shot selection from DJD has been on point. Throwing the jab, lead hook cross, throwing an offbeat cross to catch him as he's pulling. It seems like he has Jazz's defensive options already pre-downloaded in his mind, and that's why he felt so comfortable letting loose on the gas Satch as we head into round one. That's a 10-8.
Yeah, he's at a 10-8, and I want to change USA here, but both of these guys are from across the pond, so I'm not sure how appropriate it would be, but what a round for BJD. I mean, he had everything he wanted and more. So if he doesn't get, I expect to finish in round two.
Yeah, Jazz needs to lock in here. He needs to settle in. He needs to get his range, and he just needs to keep Sean off him. Don't throw, because he's getting countered. Just kind of watching, make some reads, and just kind of wait and use that long kickboxing and use those teep kicks and just, yeah, there you go, but not too close with those body kicks, because then that right hand's right there, bang, bang, bang. Here comes Sean Strickland. Sir DJ just all over him, just colliding his shin to his body, and again he throws one of those crazy spin kicks to the head, and he's in all sorts of trouble because of it, Romero. It's not looking so good for Jazz UFC.
It's looking like, to me, I think Jazz UFC has either watched Adesanya fight or Lord have mercy. Like,
stumbling.
These shots are being thrown. Why did you make me watch this? Oh God, have mercy on my soul. Please, he's animal. At least get a rock. Because this performance from Strickland has been nothing but dominating the blocks that pretty much virtually untouched. It would have to take a miracle at this point for Jazz UFC to fire off something to flash KO him. A beautiful lunge, body kick to cut him off after he's lunging. Another America cross, tries to fire off a head kick. Don't get it, duck, brother. You're putting on a performance of a lifetime against Israel. And another body hook Satch. It's ticking, brother. It's ticking.
Yeah. And Jazz went for the bow at the start of this round. Maybe he was hoping for some mercy, but it's not coming. I mean, Sean Strickland is all over him like a caged animal. And I mean, Israel Adesanya has just been taking too much punishment. The ref's got to come in and stop this fight.
Oh, barely gets in there. Yeah, he just doesn't seem like he's even holding block. He's letting these combinations come in on top of him, and he's just getting murked. But here we go, full mount position. He postures up here. Maybe Romero. Oh, some nice hooks. Are you proud of him? Are you happy with these?
Listen, I like to see what I'm seeing, but what I don't like to see is
Right back.
There's no denial. There is no denial. So now he's back in back mount. If he's able to get him in back flat, why did you go to backside?
What is wrong with you? What are you thinking? Now you let him be back out. Now he's going to put you on the back.
Some of these transitions have been confusing me. I saw someone earlier, like I said, they were in backside and they went to sprawl, and now you have back mount, and then you go to backside. Like you're supposed to advance position, not go back. So, you know, Israel, he was giving me some hope on the ground, but I think I've lost it.
Oh my God! And look, the lunges, all these opportunities to counter, tries to go for a K2, man. He's throwing it out. You know what? We got to be a little bit nice. This is an exhibition. Maybe he's just trying some new stuff he's seen. But DJ D's up another bit. But body kick lands. Is he going to fire off another one? Is he going to fire off another one? And he gets another body shot. Is there a way for Israel? No! There is no hope. There is no hope. Call the Eagles.
USA.
Just a little bit.
Takes down Adesanya for the second time.
Oh, hey, listen. The first time was the decision, brother. But you know, credit to Jazz UFC fighting his heart out to the best of his ability. You know, lots of work to be done in the lab, but DJ D off rip knew he could walk down the man that he's facing off against. I mean, we saw the 7-2, now 8-2 against him. And Sean Strickland was just a brutal pick, brother. Why'd you make me have to watch that? Now I'm gonna have to hunt you down on rank. I have to get that get back. But beautiful performance from Sean Strickland. Beautiful body kicks, beautiful body teeps, and just able to punish a lot of the defensive misreactions from Jazz UFC.
Yeah, and you know, that was a great fight, but I'm ready to move on to this next one. The people's main event is here. JC21 is fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Talk me into that one.
Tell me, what do you like about JC21, Thatch? Why are you so excited for JC21?
His striking ability is really what gets me. I love watching him fight. You know, it's something special in the ring. You get to see a good mix of pressure and a style and grace. And you know, we all got to remember some of his iconic moments he's had on the ESFL stream. So maybe we'll see another one tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe, but... Sorry, Romero.
My bad. No, we hired JC back when we still had the dark camp. That's the thing. Hired JC21 as a hired gun for us. Was able to help us win the camp title. So he's good. Youngest ever ESFL champ. Has a KO win over Suave Jamie. In the camp, built for ankle picking alongside guys like Trixie, Zayaf, and Dirty Dave. Was formerly part of TD. So he's out here and he's been putting in work. And I'm also excited to see him. But Suspect Zero. This guy's record, you know, he hasn't fought often. He hasn't fought in quite some time. His record overall is 10-2. He has a 75% win rate. Part of it's because he hasn't fought that much. He was an ESFL Xbox champion, and he did pick up, I don't know if it was him or I think it might have been his brother, Darth. But either way, solid performer for EK. Can JC give him another loss?
Yeah, this is going to be a sick fight. Suspect Zero, 10-2, top 50. In the global rankings, fighting from the EK camp, a classic OG camp that we've all seen, you know, just fighting forever and ever. Just, you know, first started as like a grappling camp, but has evolved. And yeah, JC21, a stud, a hired gun from the Team Dark, one of the nastiest camps ever assembled. I mean, I'm so excited for this fight. You're right, Satch. This is gonna be a damn banger, and we are in the middleweight division again. Maybe some redemption for you, Romero, with this Israel Adesanya pick, but we'll see here on 81 MS.
No, man. I mean, JC with Sean Strickland. I mean, look, if it's a better performance than what I witnessed beforehand, then I'm all for it. But I haven't seen much about Suspect. I know he grapples, so I'm surprised to see him with Adesanya. Maybe the game striking just is calling to him. He's been working on the sidelines. JC21 hovering over Sean Strickland, and if I have to relive this trauma for a second time today, I may have to cut off a particle of my beard here. And so, we've seen the matchup, how it works. Sean Strickland, high block. Good amount of power, high move levels, level 5, rear body teep, I believe it is. Adesanya, even though it's supposed to be the prime stats, I'm going to give y'all a little tidbit, it's not his prime stats. EA messed up.
What's going on?
It's not his prime stats, they fumbled. This doesn't have the stats of when this man defeated Paulo Costa. No, This is the stats after he lost the damn triggers to play. See, this is not an actual prime Adesanya. And so, this is how the Adesanya that did lose to Sean Strickland. EA, I want prime Adesanya. Thank you very much. But we're going to lock in here. They're going to touch gloves. Immediate body kick from Adesanya, looking to cut off the cage. You're seeing a flip, right? But here's the thing about Sean Strickland in real life. He'll pressure once he gets comfortable on the lead, but he's usually pretty solid off the back foot, getting people to pull into his shots. We're starting to see a little bit of smart pressure from JC, whether in early storm. We've seen a jab, 1-2. Are we going to see JC try to whip sim performance to Strickland? I don't know, Satch.
Yeah, we're seeing some Zero kind of letting the hands go. You saw a stamina drain a bit on that first combination. He's not worried about a takedown from JC. He knows this fight's going to be on the feet, and he wants to be the one dictating the story. He's been the one pressuring, landing punches, throwing punches. JC's just kind of playing a little reserve. Maybe he's trying to get a read on his opponent and wait to strike.
Yeah, JC can't play too reserved because you're seeing EK Suspect come out with a game plan. He's leading with that lead body kick, and he's comboing off of it, which is so good in this game right now. Oh, but he eats a sneaky lead hook, or lead uppercut, I believe, cracks him, and that's JC21 for you. After all that success from EK Suspect and all the damage to the body, just cracks him with a nice little lead hook, or lead uppercut stun. Romero, beautiful work so far from both these guys.
Beautiful work so far. I'm liking JC's approach. Look, I might have to root for the Strickland here because both Adesanyas I've seen so far are not fighting. No, but let me explain. They're not fighting to Adesanya's strength, and that's why they're losing these exchanges. However, there's a mistake that JC's making right now that Suspect may not have noticed. There's constant pulls, but the mistake there that he first capitalized on is the in the pocket body kick. 2 stuns already for Sean Strickland. JC showing composure as now the new mantle of the young prodigy, because Zayas ain't that young anymore. JC's still pretty young. So JC takes over that mantle. We're seeing the flow state pop for Suspect Zero, which is going to boost any head movement counters. We're going to see JC rely on that Philly shell block. Beautiful, perfect block off of the Stonewall guard. Land some nice shots off the back foot, and he's forcing Suspect to be drawn into some shot satch.
Yeah, this is the JC21 I remember. When he used to go there with Conor McGregor, you know, like I said, he gives you a good mix of being patient, counter-striking, and then also taking the lead step. Now, Suspect has been pressuring constantly, so he says, okay, well, I'll play this game. And I mean, he's been spectacular at it so far in this first round.
Yeah, it's such an interesting exchange because you're seeing EK Suspect come out. I believe he's doing the better body work with the lead kicks, and then he's comboing like uppercuts to the body and really devastating the stamina and mixing up very well. But then it's JC landing these beautiful uppercuts, stunning Suspect, getting his respect, backing him up. So I don't know who's winning. It's got to be JC, though, with the 2 stuns. But, I mean, EK's doing a great job, too, with his kickboxing.
I see right here, at this portion of the fight, what I'm liking from JC is the short shot pressure. What I don't like from him is the constant pulling. And that's part of why that long-term body health has been hit. To his benefit, though, the mismanagement of Israel Adesanya's long-term head health, it's going to play a factor in these later rounds because every single time that you end up getting robbed, and maybe I have to give you guys a reminder from my UFC 3, but there's a hidden stun meter, okay? The more you get stunned, the more that stun meter behind that bar starts to fill up, and it takes less and less for you to get stunned. You guys may recognize it when your fighter's health starts to flash a little bit right before you guys get dropped, and that starts to increase. There's already 2 stuns against Israel Adesanya's non-prime chin, but as we saw with the body health, 2-3 good shots to the body on a pull or a slip, lead body kick, and Jason may be in trouble. So this fight could go either way still, Satch.
Yeah, and you know, me personally, I love body work, but you do have to take care of that chin because you can be throwing the greatest body work of your life, but if your chin gets Suspect early, it's going to be not a good time because you'll get countered going into the pocket. You know, you got to have a little chin on you to be able to go to the body in the first place. So he's got to do a better job of protecting his chin.
Yeah, for sure. Uh-oh, watch out. That beautiful duck from JC.
I love that.
Yeah, right? It's so clean. Uppercut again. Those lead uppercuts have been absolute money for JC. Over and over. I think that's 3 stuns now from Sean Strickland's lead uppercut. Gets a beautiful duck. Right now in round number 2, JC is in flow mode. Another one. Again and again, Romero, he connects.
Part of why he's connected, maybe JC might have read up on the UFC 3 counter uppercut guide because he's not firing off off the rear uppercut. He's firing off the lead because that shot keeps landing on the lead side of his block. So it's making it harder for Suspect to try and slip out of the way, because it's going to be a little bit faster when you fire off with that same hand. Why he's having a lot of success with it. And it seems to me Suspect is playing with a way. Look what I'm saying, dog. He's playing in a way where he's like, well, I don't care what lands on me. As long as I keep touching up his body, no pause, no diddy, he's going to be able to get the body work done. Unfortunately for him, it seems like JC21, he's not making reckless exchanges on the feet. And now he's starting to sip away at the body. He's starting to take away that long-term head up. And Suspect needs JC to make a massive mistake here, Sash. And I don't see it happening anytime soon.
No, so JC's playing a brilliant game right now. He's taking care of his head health. I mean, his head's hard, well, I was going to say his head's hardly in touch. He's taking a couple shots now, but long term for this whole fight, I mean, he's got a clear health advantage here. And Adesany's going to have to find just a really strong counter, which might be hard to do with JC playing on fire as much as he is.
Yeah, and JC has totally put a wrench inside of the game plan of Suspect. You can tell Suspect destroys kids with that lead body kick, with those body shot combinations, but now he's trying too desperately to get that lead body kick, and JC is exploiting him again and again, just cracking him with his boxing. JC is a freaking stud. Now I know why you had him as a hired hand. This kid is nasty. Again, lead uppercut lands, bang, right to the face, drops him. EK in trouble.
And the beautiful part about this is that without you will see right here from JC, little iffy moment, tried to parry that shot. The parry wasn't there, so the uppercut slips through. However, you're in a place now with Sean Strickland. Your block is in a solid spot. Look at Adesanya's block. It's absolutely destroyed. You don't have to give Suspect anything else that he hasn't earned. There's no reason for you to commit to any of these mistakes. And now that he's here, he falls through with a knockdown. Doesn't even follow up. He's staring at him, looking at him like, come on, brother, get up. But if I was Suspect, I would have stayed down, because you don't want to give him any shots to get another knockdown, some more damage on the block. And you smell that? What's that? That's a finish coming in round 3. I think a round 3 finish. We're gonna see a finish right here, Stat.
Yeah, I mean, JC21, he gave his little Ricky Martin impression there for a second. He was living La Vida Loca. He got stunned at the end of that round too. But he was able to keep his composure, dropped Adesanya again. And yeah, if I was Adesanya, I would have stayed down. There's 10 seconds left, man. Let me get out of here in my life.
Yo, for real, I mean, JC's putting on a clinical performance. This is absolutely amazing to watch. And I mean, he's doing it over a quality opponent too. I don't think this is a slouch EK Suspect. He's a talented guy. I could tell right at the beginning his kickboxing was nasty. It was fierce. He had a game plan, but JC said, nah, we're playing my game. And his utilization of Sean Strickland's range, I love how he's firing that straight and then putting the pressure. I mean, he's just in full control, boys, and it's a treat to watch him perform with Sean Strickland here in the ESFL.
Doesn't mean that he can afford to be reckless. Now, something a lot of people forget about that Philly show block, you know, those shots on that open side, while you do get a partial block to the body, yeah, beautiful straight hand lands. I was gonna say, doesn't mean you can afford to get lazy. Another beautiful block from JC. And what I'm loving right here, you know, much like the man that hurt his kneecap last night, you know, the Suspect's been out.
Too early.
No, it's never too early to talk about him. Anywho, you know, he's been out for X amount of time. Hasn't been playing since 3. It's a hard ass to fight against somebody who's been super active. It's going to take a massive mistake right now from JC in order to lose the Suspect. And I said, what was the JC cooking? The JC is cooking a finish in round 3. And what did I say? JC 21 gets it done
21.
in round 3. Puts it on him. The youngest ESFL champ in history sends the old dog out the way. Started out strong with Adesanya, but it seemed like he was relying too much on these cycle combinations. JC stays on point with the 1-2, rips a couple of Strickland body tees, rips a couple of nice, beautiful long hooks to the body, and the finish culminates in round 3, Satch.
JC21, what did I tell you? This is the people's main event. We just saw him perform to the highest level today. He wants another title shot. I think that's what I'm hearing. I can't hear him. He didn't hop my knee today, but I'm hearing that he wants a title shot.
It's an exhibition, brother. Ain't no shots from this.
I know. But I'm saying, when we get started, I got a feeling this guy's going to be one of the first names up on that list when we start saying who's running up on this top of this list.
I would agree. I mean, he did look real good. I mean, that was one of the nastiest Sean Strickland performances I've seen so far in the esports fight league. I mean, just the way he was stalking and being patient, and just he looked so damn smooth, so confident in there. And man, that lead uppercut, I'm gonna be using that now. That straight, I mean, he was just looking pinpoint clinical. Romero, he looked good. You don't think so? Future champ, maybe JC. Come on.
Possible, but we got some dogs in here, and he did take some losses in the exhibition. You know, he lost a tight one to Jody BJ Del Come Plátano Dominicano. Tú sabes, I think we can't forget about that. However, that was a fantastic. He lost to Jody. That was a fantastic performance, and I know you said that was a people's main event, but in order for it to be the people's main event, it's got to be both fighters, right? And Suspect was out for X amount of time. But I think that was a fantastic performance from JC and a good effort from Suspect. We got the Pug and Kieran Crow. But after these two guys fight, I think the next fight is the people's main event. We'll get on it when they pop up on the screen. We got these two right here. Another fight in middleweight. Come on, y'all. We go pick another damn weight class. Come on, man. I'm saying this stuff right here. But do my eyes deceive me? Is that the bane of everybody's existence? Chama? Oh, Lord.
Chama yo mama.
Chama. Oh, Satch, take it away. Take it away, Satch.
I mean, I was going to bring this up earlier. Where has Alex Pereira been? I've seen Adesanya. I've seen Sean Strickland. Where's the big dog in a weight class? Where's my big dog at? Alex Pereira. We get to see Chama in here, probably going against Sean Strickland. And I mean, this is definitely much more of an uphill challenge for a Sean Strickland player, because now you're dealing with a guy who's got the inch-your-life power, and also has the range advantage, and also has the kicks. He has all the tools on Adesanya, but he has a little pack to his punch.
100%. He's one counter, one slip, uppercut, 3 body shot combination away from putting your lights out and changing the entire course of the fight. You know, he's one of the scariest guys, if not the scariest guy in the game right now. He's OP as hell, Alex Poatan Pereira. But, you know, it's always fun to try to beat a Poatan player because it seems like an uphill battle right at the beginning. But Sean Strickland could be an exciting performance. He's going to overwhelm it. He's got good defense. He's got great boxing. Romero, Darth. Is this Darth? Who is this?
Darth? Is this? No, I don't think
it's Darth.
No, but I don't think it's the same guy. No. It's the Pug. I think his name is Darth, but it's not EK. It's not the brother of the man that we just seen. This is the Pug. The Pug got a name to kind of scare you, get a rise out of your brother. But we're going to see some action here with the Crow. We got Sean Strickland versus Israel.
Kieran is 6-1.
John Strickland, yeah. Like I said earlier, I mean, we're going to see a good... Wait, Adesanya! Oh my god, he snuck it on me. I was hoping to see... Chama.
I know, what happened?
We'll see if Izzy can get his first win of the night. He's 0-2 against Strickland. And, you know, he's just going to have to do a better job. If this Izzy wants to win, he's going to have to manage range. He's got to throw his combinations with purpose. He can't just be spamming combos out there, right? You got to time it, and you got to do a good job of managing distance, because the other Izzy's are just getting walked down.
For sure. And Kieran is 6-1, only has lost 1 time, while Pug is 6-6. Kieran fighting out of that K1 camp. Both these guys fighting from the UK. But right off the bat in round number 1, it seems like Kieran is standing his ground a little bit better, Satch, and he's not letting Sean Strickland back him up as best as he can.
Right. It's not what we've seen in the other matches. This one's definitely back and forth now, which favors the Adesanya player, right? If you're Strickland, you want to be going forward. So this little back and forth, in the pocket, out the pocket, definitely favors the guy with the better movement. A nice little tag there on the left hook.
Yeah, for sure. Kieran looking to exchange. Ooh, nice left hooks from Sean Strickland on the pocket. But a payback left hook. Both these guys landing some nice shots inside of the pocket. Oh, they're exchanging, Satch. Double jab.
Right. And when you go with the Sean Strickland, like I mentioned earlier, when you fight at the range, you start to get a little desperate. He's not able to lock him down, so you saw him swing and whiff with the body kick, and you know, it's just hard chasing a guy. You want to be able to push him against the fence and respect your range, rather than this back and forth where you don't have the kicks of Sean Strickland, really.
Yeah, for sure. Besides maybe those teep kicks he's so famous for. But yeah, Kieran is getting the better of these exchanges inside the boxing. Little slip on the inside. Teep kick as well. Darth is getting a little overwhelmed here. The damage in the favor of Kieran.
Loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving seeing the calf kicks. We're seeing some more Izzy work there. Nice body kick off the counter, off the slip instead of going for the head. He's working all parts of the body against Sean Strickland. This is the type of Izzy work I wanted to see. But then as I say that, he starts sitting in the pocket where he does not need to be. eating more shots than necessary. Take your time. You're working those clean shots. Don't have to counter every single jab that enters in the pocket. But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far from Kieran. Darth, though, seems to be making some good adjustments in the pocket with his boxing, Satch.
Right, and I mentioned earlier for Izzy, you gotta throw these combinations with purpose. And what I mean by that is you get a lot of these players, they'll just, the second someone steps into the pocket, they're gonna unleash whatever combo they have in their head. This Izzy player, Kieran, is doing a much better job of being patient and timing it so that it comes with a little zing and a little surprise.
Great point. Great point. And wow, you're seeing my boy Sean Strickland, who, okay, the pug, right? The pug. Darth is messing me up, but yeah, the pug is landing some good shots on the inside. But I am impressed with Kieran's slipping. He's slipping very nicely, using that head movement, and as he stays inside of the pocket, and he keeps clipping him with that left hook again and again. Sean Strickland having some trouble, and he's gotten an injury because of it.
It was looking really, really close there. I know that they might have a couple more, but the accuracy of Adesanya, throwing 20 shots less, almost landing the same amount of shots, land those nice leaping lead hooks at the end of the round, lands another lead hook, opening up the cut on the eye of Sean Strickland, and it's a nice combination, but he has to make sure no trades for free if you're Israel Adesanya. Keep landing short shots. Keep being surgical. A beautiful slip counter. Gets another damage icon. Lands a beautiful lead hook again and sits down Sean Strickland, Satch.
Yeah, and I was going to say before this started taking off, I was going to say Sean Strickland didn't lose round one as we made it sound when it comes to damage, but he really lost it just in the pacing that the fight was taking place at. It wasn't this one-sided Sean Strickland walks you down. He's given Izzy too much room to work. He's able to judge the distance a lot better, and so, and we'll see that's why round two is being so one-sided, is that Izzy's kind of controlling the pace.
Yeah, 100%. There's the flow state for Sean Strickland, but again, bang, Kieran right down the pipe, snipes him with that straight, and Kieran has just done a phenomenal job standing right inside of the pocket, using some footwork there, but his slipping and his timing is just bewildering Pug right now early in this round number two.
Beautiful circling from Kieran. He's landing short, accurate shots in the pocket, not staying longer than he needs to. You know, he's getting out the shot. He buying what he wants. He leaving with a receipt, and he's sitting down Sean Strickland, making sure, nah, I can't put you back in this fight. Now, what do we say about Izzy? Right? His chin right now, it's not the prime chin. So one bad mistake could potentially cost him, but it seems to me right now, look, he's not seeing this hook coming. So if you can rip off another one, maybe delay an uppercut or maybe just sit back out into the pocket. Don't let Sean Strickland get back in the fight. Another lead hook sits him down. We're seeing some drops. We might even see some happy tears coming from me over here in the booth. And another lead hook lands for Izzy Adesanya. Sitting down Sean Strickland. Are we going to see a victory for the captain of Nigeria, Izzy Adesanya, who sits down Sean Strickland? There's another left hook. Tries to pull away, but no! He gets rocked and he gets dropped. When it comes, they're up. I'm leaving this damn window. Zach, take it over.
USA, USA. Oh no! Down goes the American hero. This might be it. He's throwing some mean punches. Sean Strickland does a great job of defending himself there, but that script flipped. I mean, goodness.
Yeah, for sure. That was a great defensive maneuver there to catch that, to get the scramble on top. But, I mean, his head health is so low, ladies and gentlemen. Any more of these left hooks, any more of these strikes from Kieran, and it could be over. He's got to do something here on the mat. Maybe some ground and pound, maybe a submission with Sean Strickland. Unlikely, but desperation in the corner of the Pug.
We'll say, too, the Pug got so desperate, he did break a rule there using the knee on belly fake in the top side control position. So that may be cause for a demerit in the future. Just letting you know, Bowler in the back. However, Israel Adesanya doing a good job off of his back. Racked up some damage, did get dropped himself, so kind of removing himself from the territory of a 10-8. But he's able to secure that round. But what did I say? Damn, actually more. 6 knockdowns. Good Lord, mighty have mercy. He could be getting a finish, but he has to be careful with the chin of Izzy Satch.
Yeah, I mean, Herb Dean's got to do his job in there. Another rock, but he's not enforcing the rules that we laid out. And Israel Adesanya with the uppercut, and this one is over. Herb Dean steps in.
Indeed. Rob,
Bang.
take it away.
Down he goes. Yeah, wow. Kieran, beautiful performance. Just unleashed on Mr. Pug. Amazing shots, amazing finish. Pug put up a good little fight there, but man, those left hooks, the straights, the in and out movement from Israel Adesanya. phenomenal. Kieran dominating. Let me get you like a handkerchief mix. I can see those tears of joy. Romero coming for your face. Finally, Israel Adesanya performing well, but not really the Israel Adesanya way. What do you think? It was a little bit of a different style, standing right in the pocket.
It was accurate, you know. Adesanya, it's accurate now, you know. Adesanya beating Joe Piper and then start standing in the pocket when he's chopping his legs. Don't know what he was doing there. But what I will say is Adesanya finally comes away with a victory today over Sean Strickland. Now we get the people's main event. We got Swiss Liebacks versus Peyton. Two guys that have put forth fight of the night, fight of the year, ESFL champions, a lot of them. One of them being my campmate in Swiss. So please don't give me a heart attack like the other one, brother. However, Peyton, always dangerous, always sitting back looking for those pull counter elbows, always looking for one counter to put him back in the fight. He was losing, but he might be fighting with a heavy heart today because he watched yesterday his favorite fighter, Cody Garbrandt, got knocked out in round 1 by Adrian Yanez. So will that fuel Peyton, or will he be too down in the dumps to put forth a good performance? Let's find out. Swiss Liebacks did have to witness Conor McGregor lose too. Both of these gentlemen ready to put it all on the line here in the lightweight division. Let's go, Satch.
Yeah, and I'm just happy I'm not seeing another Israel Adesanya Sean Strickland fight because I might have walked out. We get to see two new fighters here. Well, we've seen Khabib, we've seen Ilya, but this is a new matchup. We didn't see Khabib versus Ilya. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me he goes Tony Ferguson. Don't tell me it's Tony time. If you guys remember, I was the Tony Ferguson champion in the ESFL, but he's my favorite fighter. If we get to see Tony Ferguson, you're going to hear a fan favorite hollering in this corner.
Come on, Romero, it's your teammate. Give us an outlook or give us some insight on what's going on in Swiss Liebacks' brain right now. Why is he hovering over Tony Ferguson? Is he teasing Satch? What's he doing?
I think he's teasing him. I mean, maybe he goes with this pick. They're loading up on the screen here, maybe waiting for the official announcement from Boiler. But Tony Ferguson, Swiss likes to throw. He loves to throw. Sometimes he throws a little bit too recklessly. So the cardio boost from Tony Ferguson, the durability, and also all of his submissions off of his back will deter Peyton from trying to take him down. But Ilya Topuria, the 5'7" demon in lightweight, let's get this show on the road, Satch.
Yeah, and I'm going to be Swiss's biggest critic and fan this matchup because if he doesn't do the Tony Ferguson way, I'm going to have something to say. You know, I want to see some switch stances. I want to see some jabs to the body. Be creative because Tony doesn't have the power that Ilya does. And he doesn't necessarily fight the way that a traditional Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier fights. So you got to be creative.
Yeah, you got to remember.
Ready.
Damn right, you got to remember. Swiss Liebacks' moniker, his name is the Wrecking Ball because he comes forward, he takes risks, and he just wrecks everything in his path. Can he do that here tonight against Peyton? We're about to find out.
What I'm seeing here from Peyton is that he's sitting in the pocket really good. He's firing up his uppercut hooks. There was an uppercut counter for Peyton that really kind of worked on Swiss. I'm seeing Swiss is trying to hunt the body, but a big issue with that is that Topuria has those heat-seeking missiles on his hand. So it's important with Tony Ferguson, you want to win by attrition. Land those short shots the way that prime Tony used to. And against the fence, it's almost looking like it's Tony time, Satch.
Oh, it's Tony time, baby. He's mixing it up so well. That's what I'm saying. When you're with Tony, he's going body, he's going head, he's doing different combinations, and that's how you do it. I love the head movement, the body movement. Let me see get a little switch dance in here, and I might start screaming.
I want to hear that. I want to see you get hyped. Ooh, nice little kick there, and a lot of head movement from Swiss.
And he
bang, two
Peyton.
big shots land on Peyton. Peyton stumbling a little bit.
One thing I did see from Peyton that he was almost caught Swiss with, he was throwing those body kicks in the pocket. We saw it earlier in this card, guys. Throwing body kicks in the pocket and getting caught. The first blood goes to Swiss Liebacks. Peyton doing a good job staying composed with the veteran that he is. Now Swiss is starting to fire off combinations. Beautiful head body mix up with the El Cucuy, the demon himself. Satch, I know you're loving what you're seeing.
Oh, I'm loving it. If he has a little spinning elbow, don't get me started. He's doing beautiful combinations he's throwing, and I mean he is just looking at the clock for sure on Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, he's doing real well. He is all over Peyton here, just cracking him upstairs, downstairs. He's got an injury now. There's a lead head kick from Peyton. Oh my goodness, a thunderous wrecking ball shot. Connects on Peyton, tries to go for the head kick, and he's just digging to the body. He's all over him. Romero, he is cracking him. There's a spinning elbow, Satch. Let me hear you scream.
Take that defense, tries to throw it to gun. Maybe we'll see a Tony Ferguson rubber gun. I mean, there's just so many options, and I'll tell you this: I've watched plenty of Tony Ferguson fights. His head movements never look this good. I mean, he's out there. He's looking like Cody Garbrandt or Dominic Cruz.
Super smooth. I mean,
Tony, back in his heyday, he would slip, rip to the body with some teeth, slip, punch somebody's thigh cap, you know, a beautiful rock. But the danger of Ilia Topuria is always there. We saw that against Justin Gaethje on the UFC 250 Freedom card. Spinning heel kick to end the round, just tossing everything around. Swiss Lieback takes the first round, but there were some moments there for Peyton, specifically when Swiss plants in the pocket. He's waiting for Swiss to overthrow there, catch him with the short-term stamina's low. And with Ilia Topuria, you only need one knockdown and the fight could be over. One knockdown and a submission can enter. We already saw Peyton shoot with the grappler Ilia Topuria, which tells you he's not liking what he's feeling on the feet. Swiss Lieback has to stay disciplined. He has to stay composed, or we've seen Mr. Comeback King Peyton might get some action here, Satch.
Yeah, and we really need Rob here to take the other side here. I feel like both of us are biased. You got your campmate in there. I see Tony Ferguson. Someone's got to root for Peyton. Someone's got to root for the underdog at this point, Ilia Topuria.
Yeah, I mean, I love Peyton. You know, he's always been a great competitor. He's got a lot of skills. You know, he can come back. Anyone can come back. It is Peyton. And, you know, like Romero said, as he comes out pretty strong here with some good damage, he can do it. And he's standing his ground. He's taking the center of the octagon, now putting on more pressure. And for some reason, he's been able to back up Swiss Bix here in round number 2.
He has to be really careful because Peyton's pick with Ilia Topuria, very smart pick, because the body work that Ilia Topuria is able to rip off. It only takes one good slip rear body hook, slip lead body hook, and you can absolutely rock the body of Tony Ferguson. And we're seeing the tempo change from Peyton as he tries to work, trying to go low, work up top. Nice lead body kick from Swiss Lieback, but Peyton showing a much better effort in this second round, Satch.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point about the body work. I'm not sure exactly how it is with the prime UFC 6 Tony Ferguson, but generally he has weak legs and he has a weak body. Even though he has a great chin, if you decide to hold your guard up too high, you can definitely get punished that way. So I like to see that technique that Peyton's doing by targeting the body. That's definitely the way you deal with Tony Ferguson. Get rid of that stamina advantage a bit.
Yeah, for sure. And bam, another body kick lands, and that's going to add up. And it seems like this round is a different story from that first round. You know, Peyton's having a lot more space. Romero is not pressuring him as much, and there's a lead uppercut, connects, and straight punch. The wrecking ball showing some weakness here.
And the lead body hook is now a weapon that Peyton's firing off. And what I like to see from Swiss Lieback, you gotta throw that unpredictability in that first round, that spinning elbow. Don't temper it away, because as the fight gets a little bit more composed, lands a beautiful slip straight counter from Swiss Lieback. Maybe would have served him better to go for the hook, but that overhand could have flashed him. Peyton's a live dog here, fires up an uppercut, gets a cut on the eye of Tony Ferguson. Beautiful launch from Peyton, fires off the Tiger flow state and immediately countered by Tony Ferguson's flow state and a body counter from Swiss Lieback, Satch.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, oh my goodness, Tony Ferguson teeing up. It's Tony time, bitches. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Swiss Bix regaining the momentum that maybe he lost early in round number 1 to Peyton, backing him up again, has landed some serious damage. Now the nose injury, the busted noggin on Ilia Topuria, Peyton in all sorts of trouble. Now Swiss Bix back on the gas pedal, Romero, and he is cooking.
It's good work here. I don't like the head kicks I'm seeing from Swiss, because we know it takes one ducked head kick. I know from even personal, everybody knows from personal experience, you duck that shot, duck that head kick, and you can get flashed in a heartbeat. But now 20 seconds left, and Peyton is able to land a beautiful shot. Head kick almost lands and catches Swiss Bix. There's a knee, just barely misses because of the 5'7" height of Ilia Topuria, but we know there's a knockdown. Just ever so close, flying knee attempt. 2 seconds left, almost gets caught in the pocket and tries to fight illegal shot after the belt. What did I say? Fight of the night so far. And now we're in round 3. Swiss has gotten 2 rocks in round 1. He's got a knockdown in the second, but Peyton is still alive. He's gotten some good rocks. The stun and health of Tony Ferguson is alive and present in this third round, but Topuria has nukes in his hands. And if he gets one good sequence, it could be good night Irene for Ferguson.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that the leg kick or the body kicks he's throwing in the pocket are pretty dangerous, right? The way, if you want to throw some of those closer body kicks, like I said, you need to switch stance. You switch stance, you get a little more distance between you and your opponent. If you have the opposite stance, so you know when you have Tony Ferguson, I think you should have a 99 switch stance rating. That's something I'd like to see a bit. Mix it up, give him something new to think about.
And that's so good in these types of fights, is mixing up, overloading your opponent's brain. And let's see what Swiss Biggs does. Peyton came really strong in round number 2, but they are fighting for that center spot. They are exchanging, and again, Swiss Biggs able to back up Peyton. He doesn't like the damage coming his way. Big shots from here, left hooks, body shots. Your teammate is on fire right now, and it's not looking too good for Peyton. Peyton's got to figure out something here. Hey.
And there's the Swiss Lieback's wrecking ball, trying to fire off some shots. Gotta be careful not to overthrow, because you can get flashed by Ilya Topuria if he lands one good right hook counter. Goes for a spinning heel kick because he doesn't care about being safe. Swiss doesn't care about securing the win. He wants to get the finish, but Peyton's still a live dog, but he gets rocked one more time. Swiss Liebacks drop Peyton, trying to jump on, unable to do so because the game decides not to work, and it gives Peyton another chance. You see that Peyton is trying to recover the guard. They both go for slip straights at the same time. 1-2 head kick, doesn't need to be throwing that. Peyton throws a well-timed front kick. The block stat is going down. Beautiful parry from Swiss Liebacks, and the flow state is there. Drop Peyton one more time. He taunts on the way down. He presses the pound out Peyton, and Swiss Lieback get the W in round 3. A lot of trash talk in the back. Peyton claiming that Swiss Liebacks didn't want no smoke. Peyton claiming that Swiss Liebacks wasn't about it, but Swiss Liebacks pulls through round 3 after winning the first 2 rounds and sends Peyton to be alongside Cody Garbrandt last night in a wonderful fight of the night contender from both gentlemen. A good effort from both men.
El Matador and Muerte! He is dead! He's done! Oh my goodness, it's so good to see Tony Ferguson back in that win column. It's been so long for me. That was a great win. Great showing between the two of them.
Yes, and you can tell the teammate Romero was excited while he was going through that sequence there. He's juiced for his teammate Swiss, who came out and proved that he still got it, and he's still dangerous, and he put on another fantastic, devastating performance utilizing the El Kukui fantastically. I mean, he just went out there against a dangerous, motivated Payne, and he put him through some pain and some misery. Amazing shots, good exchanges, and man, the wrecking ball is still wrecking.
There were some good opportunities for Peyton in that fight that he just wasn't capitalizing on. Rip body hooks. I was thinking, like, man, at round 2, Peyton was coming out hot, and I could have saw, getting knocked out, but the momentum was too big of a shift, and by then, body health got worked on, head health got worked on. The only thing keeping him in the fight was the power of Topuria, but the boogeyman, El Kukui, lives on. Speaking of boogeyman, one of the top players in the ESFL. Come on, one of Ireland's finest, if not Ireland's best player off of accolades alone. A man I've shared the virtual octagon with, both online overseas and in person at the Las Vegas live event, in an epic best of 5 series that many people have seen. Suave Jamie, one of the best ESFL champions we've ever had across many weight classes, Triple King. Very, very, very solid. If you can get a win on Suave Jamie, you're up there. And Mellow Coffee, he's looked good. Very, very solid. And we're seeing another fight in the lightweight division. And it seems that Mellow Coffee, he beat a former ESFL champion in BK on the Go. He beat Warlife, who had a win over Peyton, over an ESFL champion. Came up short against an ESFL champion in Prioxis in what was a fight of the night bout, hosted on the ESFL page. Now he's taking on another former champion in Suave Jamie. The Suave Jamie get back to his championship winning ways, or does Mellow Coffee put a little bit of extra caffeine in that espresso and take him out? Let's go, Satch.
And let me just say this. You said he may be one of the best. He's the best in Ireland. In my opinion, Suave Jamie is the greatest UFC video game fighter that I've seen. When I saw him in that ring, his striking ability is top tier. He's my personal favorite to watch. I'm really excited. I get to see him with Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. I mean, this is going to be fireworks. I think Romero may have taken a little offense there to my statement.
Yo, I wish the stream could have seen his face when you were saying that. But yeah, you know, Suave is one of the greatest players in the game for sure. But Melo has really come strong in this game, and he's really trying to prove himself. And right off the bat, you're seeing Suave Jamie get cracked by Justin Gaethje. And Melos can fight. This guy is elite right now, so I can't wait to see what happens here.
For those who don't know, I've been putting in some work with Mellow Coffee. Mellow Coffee has been asking the greats to help him out. He's been asking all the top players to spar him because he wants to put on a good performance, but let it be known, Suave Jamie has been down before. Suave Jamie has had to come back and pull through wins. He only loses when it's going against elite competition, and Melo has to rise to the occasion. I've seen Suave Jamie be down 2 rounds in ESFL title bout, pull through with a submission. I've watched him come through with crazy KOs. His combination choices are generally on point. I'm loving the Tony Ferguson pick. Notice that Suave Jamie, he's recognizing that Melo's throwing a little bit too much. He's circling back, conserving his stamina. Melo firing off a lot of nasty signature hooks from Justin Gaethje. What does Suave Jamie have to do here if he wants to secure the victory here, Satch?
I mean, Suave Jamie's got to do what he always does, and that's land good damage. You know, Mellow Coffee got a quick stun, but when you're going against Tony Ferguson, a quick stun doesn't really mean that much. He's got great health. He's got great recovery stats, so Suave Jamie just needs to find his pace, stay a bit away from that power of Gaethje, because, you know, he has dynamite in those fists.
For sure.
If he can do that, I think he can be successful.
Definitely, and I'm loving the beard on Justin Gaethje. I never knew he had a beard when he fought. This is kind of cool to see, and that left hook from Melo is giving Suave Jamie some trouble. You know, he's leaning in with it. Uppercut lands, damage now, broke his nose. He's coming in and out. He's making Suave Jamie miss, but Suave Jamie is getting off his damage. You're seeing the body damage. You're seeing the head damage, so it's very even, but I think Suave Jamie is still clipping Melo in these exchanges pretty well.
Something that Suave Jamie does really well. He was almost considered like Ed Parker, like, what did we say, protege? But he was studying the game with the legendary Ed Parker. He's a takedown. And what I was saying is that jab, body, uppercut is a staple of Suave Jamie. Look at the stamina disadvantage right now for Melo. Got a little bit too hot there, fired off. Immediately takes down Mellow Coffee. There's a minute left right now. Does a good job escaping from Mount, but that's the type of championship material that Suave Jamie's made of. Sure, he got rocked, but he's rocking with El Cucuy. We saw that it doesn't necessarily matter. And there's a beautiful pass. This is what you call veteran experience. From the top sprawl position, you know that Tony Ferguson has his darces from here, and he's riding out the clock. He's seen what he's seen from Mellow Coffee, and this is what separates the good from the best. And is Mellow Coffee going to end up giving up this round due to a submission from Suave Jamie? Let's see if the race works. And he's able to survive a submission attempt. So started out hot for the up-and-coming old viejo, but Suave Jamie is looming. That body damage is looming, Satch.
I mean, that was a pretty competitive round. Melo was getting the better of him, but with that takedown, you know, the UFC judges, it might go Suave Jamie's way. I mean, and not only is that takedown add to his maybe he won the round, also now you got to think Melo's thinking the entire time. He's going to be like, oh, do I want to go back to the ground? Because that minute and 30 seconds, Suave Jamie stayed on top the entire time. So it adds elements to his striking game that he has the threat of the takedown.
Yeah, and he almost got late, like a perfectly timed rear naked choke. Whoa, what's that right there? Is that a piece of his shorts getting ripped off by magical properties or something? What are you doing to these guys, Romero?
Well, I don't know. Why you say fuck me for? It's like I got nothing to do with this.
Because you have influence over this game, all right? You know about every single glitch. We need to,
I don't
know what's going on here.
I don't know about the goat, man.
They gotta clean this up. Look at these idiots.
The boogeyman firing off. But look at the late scramble denial from Mellow Coffee. But this is what I mean. Anybody can have a good first round against Suave Jamie, but can you stay consistent? Can you keep the pressure firing off? And this is the ESFL champion Suave Jamie. This is the esports champion Suave Jamie. You know, he is no joke, and that's exactly why Satch considers him one of the greatest players, if not the greatest in his personal opinion, as he works. And Suave Jamie is putting on that pressure. Good, beautiful defense, sapping away at the body. And Tony Ferguson, I haven't seen him get picked often in ESFL lately. he might be the new de facto pick, especially with Khabib Nurmagomedov lurking around, Satch.
I hope not. I was a Tony Ferguson guy. Back in UFC 4, and the guy was a 4-star fighter with an 85 chin. I was the one picking him. I don't want to see everyone start riding my coattails now, because of me. I'm sure it's not because of the great performances we've seen from Swap Jamie and in the last bout with Tony Ferguson, you're right? But, I mean, honestly, the more I see a Tony, I guess the happier I'd be. So I'm indifferent.
Hey, glad to see you happy, Satch, but you know what's making me happy? Oh, hold on. Head kick from Melo. Finally some success because, man, Swab Jamie has been just all over him, but beautiful slip. Gets the takedown because of the stamina advantage. But I was just going to say, holy crap, Swab Jamie was doing a phenomenal job, Romero, with that straight body shot, comboing off of it from distance. But now he's in full mount position, and Swab is terrifying here.
Yeah, and also, too, with Tony Ferguson, this long-term stamina advantage, if he doesn't finish him in mount right here, it's going to be a submission. He's probably going to go for a sub. A lot of people always focus on the short term, although he does a good job of escaping from the mount position. But that long-term meter means it's going to shoot down faster. And on top of that, prime Tony, prime sub-offense Tony, Satch is salivating right now. I see.
Yeah.
What
Logan
fire
Paul, prime
going
energy
from
drink.
his veins. He's just thinking about those dart strokes to Tony Ferguson. And I think Swab Jamie is too, or he goes to the back. And Metal Coffee, with all his striking success, seems like there's a weakness there with the grappling, Satch.
And yeah, back flat, you're what do they call this, starfish? I mean, his legs are up, so that's interesting, but it's just laying down starfish. It's a Tony time. He's laying the punches. This might be it. Wow, able to survive, but even if he doesn't get the finish of the strikes, all the submissions are there.
Yeah, and he was throwing some accuracy right there. Melo's just having trouble defending. And there it is. The armbar from that position is so strong as well. This is going to be very scary. Melos tries to get out of it. Throws a little. Was that a fake or would I think that was a denial or a fake?
But he's probably going to give this one up here unless he somehow.
I think he's out.
No, he's not out, brother. That's
Locked
a strong
in.
entry. And now what went from
True.
a crazy underdog story for Melo Coffee, that was that is leaning towards 10-8 territory for Swab Jamie. Rocks all over the place for him against Melo Coffee. Melo Coffee's the espresso has gone down. He needs to get another shot off because the only way he beats Swab Jamie right now, he has to catch him ducking. He has to catch him going to the body because Swab Jamie's just on point. Swab Jamie's just on point. All engines are covered. And I don't think Melo expected Swab Jamie to grapple. But now they're putting in a lot of work here. Swab Jamie, a beautiful performance in this round 2, Satch.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. Melo's had his moments. So Swab Jamie still has to be calculated. He still has to fight smart. But, I mean, it is seen mostly one way, especially if he gets that grappling. Swab Jamie's such a smart fighter. He might just take this guy down and ride out this win. And you know, when you have Justin Gaethje, it's kind of hard to avoid that.
Yeah, for sure. And fighting a guy like Melo's Coffee, you know, people are questioning, hey, Swab Jamie, does he still have it? He's been struggling a little bit. And right now he's showing everybody, hey, I'm still elite. I'm getting better. I'm finding my flow. I'm finding my rhythm. And this is just a dominant performance against a very motivated player that's, oh, bang, bang, bang. Uppercut lands, drops him. Melo Coffee in so much trouble. Goes to the body. Detonations from Swab Jamie. Missiles landing with accuracy all over Melo Coffee, and Melo Coffee is in big trouble. He does have his flow state. Both of them do. But yeah, what I was saying is Swab Jamie has come into his full ESFL rhythm, and he's showing why he is one of the best players to some people like Satch.
And this is why this is an issue that Melo's had when he's playing with other top players that I've noticed. It's the eagerness to win the first round. But he always, against Prioxis, this is what costed him. Overthrew a little bit too much. He keeps ripping these 3, 4, 5-piece combinations, and then his stamina gets tanked in round 3, which is why he's getting rocked, and which is why Swab Jamie is now realizing, look, it matters. You're seeing that, and look at the evasive maneuver. Doesn't even counter him. Lets him see it. Oh, another rock sack.
Gaethje, like I said, he's still a dangerous animal, but Tony Ferguson. Oh no!
Oh my God!
No, I've already seen Gaethje knock out Ferguson once. I can't see it again.
Swab looked a little uncomfortable there. He popped his flow state, kind of dove. It looked like that was the first time I saw Swab look a little, you know, suspect against Melos, and Melos is not giving up. I don't think he's going to be able to win, but man, a couple good rocks, and now he's all over Swab Jamie. A surge of confidence for Melo Coffee. If you're a fan of him, can he do it, Romero? Can this kid pull this off?
I mean, the only way, I think, that first round was up in the air. He's already gotten rocked in this round, and I do think that round was 10-8 territory. Beautiful speed. Like I said, Suave Jamie. There's a running joke with Suave Jamie, and it's called he is secure the win, Suave Jamie, when he starts grappling. And that is no joke, and I think that's what he's kind of going for. I noticed the sub-meter bar got refilled up after Justin Gaethje activated his flow state, but it doesn't matter. Looks like we're going to see some Khabib flashbacks here for Justin Gaethje, and there is the tap. Maybe it was just an icon thing. Maybe it just didn't show at the full bar.
Yeah,
was
I think so.
Down. But Suave Jamie, the round 3 kryptonite of Mellow Coffee shows out. The veteran experience. You players that say they can throw whatever they want, it doesn't matter. I can't do this because he's throwing whatever combos. Mellow Coffee's a very good player. Suave Jamie, one of the greatest, and you notice that early on, invested in the body, and it opened up other opportunities as the fight went on. Every single miss, every single whiff, beautiful shot selection from Suave Jamie. Had a couple of scares there from Mello. Mello was able to rock him a couple times, but the overextension of his shots is what costed him, and we get a nice cherry on the top, a la the way that Tony Ferguson had finished Kevin Lee with a nice triangle choke, and I know Satch Mo is happy right now.
Oh yeah, I love to see Tony Ferguson win, and Mello had his moments for sure, but Suave Jamie was really never in danger of losing that fight. His head health was always pretty high. When he got stunned, he was able to back up, regained his focus, and get the fight to the ground. Every round ended on the ground. So in my opinion, I thought he was already up 2-0, and to get in the finish, just the cherry on top.
For sure. I mean, yeah, Suave Jamie is here, guys. Watch out. He that was a wonderful performance, and I loved it with his Tony Ferguson, the body straight, comboing, fighting off his back foot a little bit. And Melos is someone that's very aggressive, like Romero said in the first round. He's throwing heat, and it's hard to withstand that heat sometimes. A lot of people have fallen before his berserker style, but Suave Jamie's just showing that there is levels to this game, and he's one of the elite players, and he showcased that. So now it's going to set up a huge matchup in the future. I can't wait till the season starts, which is going to be, if you guys want a little sneak peek, Romero be putting you on game, but I'm going to put you on a little game. It's going to be, I believe, mid-August is when our season is going to officially start. So we're going to have some amazing shows on the horizon, a few more exhibitions, but then that season is going to be starting. So get in that Discord in the ESFL. Come and sign up if you want to compete. We have so many newcomers really showcasing that they have what it takes to beat these guys. We have old veterans like Suave Jamie showing, hey, I'm still one of the best players in the world. We got friggin' the #1 player in the world here, Romero, the first ever ESFL live winner, doing amazingly in commentary and competing in real life. So much talent in the ESFL. We got Fecka in the back, Boiler, Luber. Our team is solid, and we are going like a rocket ship into outer space in UFC 5. But, boys, we got a fight next, and this is freaking Muay Thai Jesus, who is a dynamic, fierce striker, 11-4, against a guy that has no wins, only one King T. What about this matchup, Romero? What can you tell us about this?
Not true. I mean,
not true? Is the bot lying to us?
Yeah, the bot's lying, brother, because only one King, he picked up wins at the live event in London. That's where he picked up some wins at the live event in London.
That's facts. 3-0.
That's facts, right? So maybe he lost his first fight, but I don't think I'm pretty sure it says right here he's 3-0. 3-0 in exhibitions. In UFC 6 exhibition, he beat the Extremisy. He beat Ali Creed. He beat Keza. So the bot is lying to you, brother. Only one King.
How dare it?
It lied to you, Rob. And Muay Thai Jesus, we know, former ESFL champion. And we're seeing a lot of the former ESFL champions, they're not former washed and done. That last fight, it was kind of like Ken Green versus Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney was able to Paulie got cooked. I bet it would did. Mine too. But he started out hot, just like Mellow Coffee did, with the body work, just like Bobby Green, and Suave Jamie was able to get it done here. And let's see if a lot of that plays out here today. We got another vet in Muay Thai Jesus. Been around, but really splashed on the scene in UFC 5. Only One King has been a fan of a lot of the content creators, commented on my videos, Ghost videos, Pride. He loves everybody. That man has a heart for everybody. So, but, I'm sorry, my brother. Why did you pick? Look, listen, Satch, I know you're happy, okay? You got to see Ferguson go 2-0 today. Good for you. Izzy's down 1-2. I need to see a second win here, Satch.
I don't need to see another Sean Strickland Israel Adesanya fight, man. But it's going to be out in front of us. And yeah, this one makes sense, right? Because I think King T is from the USA and his opponent's from the UK here. So, oh, I got that backwards, actually. Muay Thai Jesus from the USA. So we got a little, I don't know who to chant USA for. I'm at a loss.
Yeah, but Muay Thai Jesus is a special guy. I feel like he's going to utilize Israel Adesanya very well. It's going to be a fun one. We'll see what Only One King can do, though. 3-0. He went to the Live London tournament utilizing Sean Strickland. Let's see what he's got against Muay Thai Jesus, because Muay Thai Jesus is the truth on the sticks.
I mean, the only weakness in this armor, from what I know, is maybe a little bit of the grappling if he doesn't end up in top position. But what really helps Muay Thai Jesus shine is his composure with his defense. He takes his shots. He had a beautiful performance against Dirty Dave. Dirty Dave was using Alex Pereira, and 5-round bout, by the way, and basically almost pitched a shutout over Dirty Dave with Israel Adesanya. So you know he's comfy with his pick. He's happy that there's not going to be any grappling involved, but he's ready for it if it happens. And Only One King is now falling into the Israel Adesanya trap. Beautiful stance switcher from Muay Thai Jesus, opening up different weapons. Takes a clean shot. Lands a little one on the axe. Wow, little freaky feint action you saw there, Satch.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing for both fighters right now. It's a little back and forth. Adesanya, he went for a little leg kick there. I like to see more of that. Get the mobility out of Sean Strickland so he can't push forward.
For sure, and the body shots, Only One King is in there with an animal, but he's showing that he's got some discipline. He's got some striking. He's hitting Muay Thai Jesus with some shots, but ooh, nice uppercut lead hook. And next on Only One King and stuns him. He's got to be careful because Muay Thai Jesus is throwing fast. He's throwing out feints. That calf kick is mean, Romero, and he's looking to kill, and he looks like a killer.
Beautiful counters. Notice that after he throws a clean shot, you guys got to take notes, man. Take notes. He's landing clean shots, and he's not staying longer in the pocket than he needs to. People get a little bit scared of throwing a little bit more than they need to, but sometimes you got to throw to land the power shots. But he has to be careful. What did we say about Israel Adesanya? This is not the prime version. This version has 92 chin. So it's not the highest chin. Still a little bit slightly high enough, but one bad rock on the feet against the likes of Sean Strickland, as you saw a couple fights ago, and Izzy can get put down on the canvas. So nice action from Muay Thai Jesus on the back foot, but I'm loving the body hook adjustment from Only One King, Satch.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to notice, is that Sean Strickland's starting to go towards the body a little more, and that's avoiding the head fakes from Adesanya. So even if Adesanya's got good movement, the way to counter that is either go for the legs or the body. He's choosing the body. He's doing a good job. Even though he got stunned, he's doing his thing. He's walking him down, landing some good strikes. I like the pace this fight is happening at for King.
The pace is pretty good. That uppercut lands, though. The Only One King is getting cracked again and again to his head. He's got to be careful. He's got to protect it because it's not going to last too much longer, and already taking that much head damage inside round number 1 is going to be tough. And against a guy like Muay Thai Jesus, who's just kind of floating, being very patient, not rushing anything, just looking for his opportunities, it's going to be a dangerous fight for him.
I'm loving right here from Muay Thai Jesus. Got the stun. Look how accurate he has been with Izzy. That is almost 50% accuracy in the 6 strikes, also 50% accuracy. Like, if there's anything about a Muay Thai Jesus scorecard when he's winning, it'll look clean, brother. And it might, he'll take the decision if he needs to, and he'll get a finish if he needs to. And what I'm loving from Muay Thai Jesus is that a couple of his campmates, they haven't been able to adjust, right? They still playing UFC 5, and Muay Thai Jesus is here to win. But what I'm been seeing from Muay Thai Jesus with both times so far with Adesanya, he's really, really channeling the name and trying to use the fighters to their strengths and not specifically to a gaming meta Satch.
Yeah, right. That's something that's really important with Adesanya because he's not an easy fighter to use. He's highly rated, sure, but he's lengthy, he's a bit awkward, doesn't have the power. So if you're going to use Adesanya, you got to have an Adesanya play style, and he's been doing a pretty good job of that so far.
Yeah, for sure. You're seeing it right here, just the range, just slowly backing up. He's not rushing anything, being very methodical, and he's just letting Only One King, get into his range, and then he's cracking him with a jab. Ooh, there it is. A couple good shots, though, from Only One King, who's also doing a pretty good job as well. So it's a great fight between these two. And yeah, Satch, you said you like this pace. It's definitely a more technical, slower paced bout, but with some action. So yeah, I'm liking it too.
This is where what ends up happening. When you have two good players that recognize the threats of opening up too much, you can have a fight like Peyton and Swiss where they just say, we just going to throw right here. They're going to go, they're still going to be smart, but they're just going to throw. And now we're starting to see the action heat up, but the composure of Muay Thai Jesus looking for some backstep counters. Although, for those of y'all that don't know, since they added the new blocks and stuff, we don't have some of those backsteps that a lot of fighters should have. So, yeah, we need to get the fixing on that. But beautiful backstep attempt from Muay Thai Jesus, whips on the body kick. Nice body jab from Sean Strickland, Only One King. I would love to see Only One King start to open up on the body, specifically when Muay Thai Jesus lunges in, Satch.
Yeah, I like the stance switches from Muay Thai Jesus. You know, giving Sean Strickland some different stuff to think about. And it really opens up different kinds of combinations. And when you're at this technical kind of fight where there's not really one person pressuring, it's nice to be able to mix it up like that.
Yeah, you always want to mix it up, get in the head of your opponent, you know, be unsuspecting. Oh, couple good body shots from Muay Thai Jesus. It's like they're fighting in slow motion, but not. I don't know. It's just like a totally different rhythm. A couple body shots from Only One King being launched out there, and he's just slightly behind Muay Thai Jesus throughout this whole fight. Romero, is there anything he could do, an adjustment, or you think he just sticks to his game plan in hopes that he can make a read and get a counter?
I mean, these 3-round fights, what makes them very, very crafty is that, as we've seen throughout the entirety of the card, one bad mistake can change the whole direction of the fight. Muay Thai Jesus, I mean, the M doesn't stand for mistake. It stands for Muay Thai. He's using some good feints. A lot freezes the opponent into place. Look at the way, pay attention to the feet. Look at how he's circling, right? He's in danger right there. He gets hit with a 4-piece. He's trying not to get backed up to the fence. He backs up out of range. And it's the range management of Muay Thai Jesus that's keeping him in the fight and also keeping him in control of the fight. So Only One King, he's landed a couple of good options there, like a couple good shots. The straight 3-2 landed good shots there, and he's actually ahead on shots landed. So it looked like things were going good for Muay Thai Jesus, but the end portion of that round, somewhere Only One King kicked up another gear. Where it's around 3, it may be 1-1, Satch.
Yeah, we're not sure whether it's 1-1, 2-0. So we saw Sean Strickland landed more punches in that round, but honestly, he might have done more damage. It's hard to say.
Oh my God.
It was a nice strike there. It's hard to say. Sean Strickland, once again, if he gets in this pressure mode, he was going to have more success rather than fighting a technical battle against an Adesanya player.
For sure, and Only King is starting to figure out, like, hey, I could jab straight. I'm starting to break down Muay Thai Jesus' block, and this damage is going through, and the pressure is starting to be felt by Muay Thai Jesus in that second round. And here again, he's starting to get clipped, and he's got time on the clock. Only King is starting to cook a little bit here. The momentum's shifting in his favor slightly.
And this is like a curse of being a technical fighter at times. Like, you're so used to cruising. And honestly, Strickland himself kind of does. Both Izzy and Strickland both do this when they're like trying to neutralize people. They don't get out of that second gear. And now Muay Thai Jesus, because of now that second round from Only One King, he's having a hard time trying to get back and fire back because now his stamina's a little bit lower. He reads that, but he doesn't fire the counter. I think he's freezing up a little bit, but now a nice clean lead uppercut. This is now becoming a super close fight. I'm seeing a lot of work in the block, and maybe it's the animations of Sean Strickland that's catching Muay Thai Jesus off guard, Satch. But look at the block meter. Look at the health. They're both. I think whoever gets the rock is going to secure this round, Satch.
Yeah, sure, and you could say it's the animations. I'm also just seeing a lot of like these offbeat combos. Like I said, I love them. The 1-2, wait a second, 1-1, right? Those are the kind of sneaky plays you can make to really catch your opponent off guard, and it works well against these kind of counter striker, technical fighter type players because they're really just expecting the beat.
Yeah, and then that lead jab, lead hook is nasty for Only One King too, landing it again. And yeah, Romero, you're right. Muay Thai Jesus is just stuck in the zone, and Only One King is really doing a good job. There it is, right down the pipe. You know, makes him miss that body kick, cracks him, head kick. Muay Thai Jesus looks like he's in slow motion here, just not making any adjustments, just letting Only One King take this fight.
Wow, it seemed like just as Muay Thai Jesus finding his range, I know the last card that Muay Thai Jesus competed in, a weird bug had happened to him where he was up all the rounds, and he ended up getting frozen into a taunt he didn't go for and got
Oh
flashed.
yeah, he was that TJ.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to
him.
remember.
And now,
Oh,
but
no.
the difference is there's a minute left, and the momentum is now in the favor of only one. King T grips the body, tries to go uppercut hook. That causes him to put down Muay Thai Jesus, trying to get his way back in the fight. Oh my God, he emptied the kitchen sink there. Emptied the kitchen sink. Now it's firing off the flow state, but I think only one King fired that off to give himself a bit of time. I think he understands that he's probably won this fight unless he gets dropped. There's 10 seconds left. Both gentlemen don't want to give anything up. There's 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, what are you doing?
No,
That was really close. I'm not sure if we can say Sean Strickland won.
No, dude.
I think he won.
He won, brother. He won. I'm telling you.
If there's anything I know about getting screwed by judges, but also having some judges on my side, the way that pressure was going in round 2, the way the cut damage was adding up, and the way that Muay Thai Jesus kind of took his foot off of the gas after a fantastic round 1, only one King makes the adjustments, and he's able to pull away with a decision over a former ESFL champion and moves on to 4-0 with these exhibitions.
Such an impressive win. You thought, man, Muay Thai Jesus just looks amazing here, but then as the rounds progressed, he didn't get out of that gear. He just kept with the same game plan, backing up, and then his opponent was just like, hey, I'm a 3-0 live London vet. I'm gonna keep to my game plan, and he just started jab, lead hook, dot dot, 1 2 doom doom doom, just breaking down that block and just throwing these beautiful long, because you know Sean Strickland does have those extended combinations, those long combos. He was using his character phenomenally and just clipping Muay Thai Jesus in that 3rd round. I mean, it was just beautiful. It was elegant. It was kind of slow motion, but it was like these fast paced, pop pop pop, in and out. Like Sash said, he loved the pace, man. He loves Tony Ferguson, but he loved the pace more. Sash, he loved it.
Yeah, and you know that match, I think a couple of the other matches we've seen today, I felt like basketball games where the scoring's so high. Rock here, stun there. That felt like a soccer match. We got that one big stun from Strickland in the 2nd round, and then the 3rd round came on. There was a couple maybe penalty kicks there at the end where they were piling it on, but those first 2 rounds were very hesitant, and that's why I was like, I don't know, you know, these judges, man, they get a little screwy, but they made the right decision. Sean Strickland won that fight, and that was a great fight there from Kez or King.
Yeah, speaking of great fights, you know, another campmate of mine is up, Mr. Papa Doc. He's had some wins, had some losses, trying to go for 2-0 today for the Phoenix camp. But he has a buzzsaw in front of him in Keza. And you know what's messed up about this, Satch? You want me to tell you something messed up, bro?
Tell me.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Keza has dedicated all of his fights to me. He even chose Waldo Cortez Acosta for me because I'm Dominican. And now he says, brother, I'm sorry, but I dedicate, when he said to me, when I beat Papa Doc, I'm going to dedicate it to you. So then I'm going to have to come for his head real quick. But we're going to see what ends up happening. We got Peter Yan versus Cody Garbrandt, between 2 really, really good quality players. Can't say enough good things about both gentlemen. Papa Doc will go out there swinging, either getting the finish or, you know, get finished. Keza has been clean so far, had a couple of scares, but he's very, very elite with his counter-striking. Don't be fooled by his Discord shenanigans. He is a very, very elite player, and we're going to see another bantamweight bout. Looking like we're going to see maybe revenge for Ohio with Cody Garbrandt getting chosen. And Peter Yan in bantamweights.
Yeah, Keza's a killer as well, man. Wins over JC21, wins over Sir DJB. He is an absolute animal right now. But Papa Doc is the dawn of EA Sports UFC. This guy's composure, his ability to be gritty, his head kicks, his top game. He's just so cerebral in there. He's a veteran. He's so hard to put away, but Keza, his explosive style is going to be a great matchup here in ESFL. Let's get it. Peter Yan versus Cody Garbrandt.
The Pietro Yan pick, right? That's a strong pick. On Pietro Yan, he used to be one of the most dominating forces in these UFC esports picks. Oh, these guys are going at it. Let's take it away, Romero.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, it's funny enough, right? And I used to say, you're going to agree with me, right? Because we spoke about it with Ferguson. Everybody jumps on the bandwagon when the fighter is really good and easy to use. So everybody has been picking Peter Yan. Ooh, nice head kick from Papa Doc when he was very easy to use in 4 and 5. But now, Peter Yan, because they added his signature animations, he's a little bit harder to use, and you don't really see him getting chosen as much now. Good slip option there. He has a high block stat. Clinch action, you know, Peter Yan has a very good clinch. We saw it live against Marab, but Keza is keeping some really, really good composure here, Satch.
Yeah, and it makes sense for Papa Doc to get this Peter Yan pick because he has that kind of dirty style of boxing. When I picture Keza, you mentioned those wins over JC21. He fights very pretty. I think Papa Doc fights a little more Diddy boxing, you know. He gets in there, does a little bit of everything, so I think this is a good pick for him.
Yeah, I love using Peter Yan. He is really hard to utilize, but he's got a nasty jab, good chin. His perk is real good for, you know, getting in there and decimating your opponent. But you kind of have to rely on that block. You have to come in and just create havoc and be a disruptor in there. Use your grappling as well. Ooh, a spinning technique there from Keza. Keza already has a stamina disadvantage early, but has done the damage necessary. The juice probably worth the squeeze, huh, Romero?
Yeah, and the thing is, it seems like Doc is just having a hard time finding when to go. He's in the in-betweens, and he's not committing to any actions. And now his head health is really low. He hasn't landed a clean shot on Keza at all, although that's a beautiful parry, and it's a little bit too much waiting. And a lot of players, especially the new guys, they think, man, if this guy's throwing punches, he should get tired. If the other guy's not moving his head, if the other guy, wow, takedown attempt there, if the other guy's not moving and Papa Doc gets the fight down to the ground, if he's not moving his head, if he's not being good with his defense, you're getting hit. I ain't gonna get tired. Like, you're just getting smacked up. That's all it comes down to. So he gets a takedown, but that's not gonna be enough to win the round unless he gets some type of stun. And being at a disadvantage against Cody Garbrandt is not where you want to be, Satch.
Yeah, and it reminds me of the Conor McGregor-Khabib fight where they're asking him, they say, maybe, you know, McGregor's trying to tire him out. Maybe Peter Yan's just getting his head punched in right now. He's not really throwing any counter offense. And when you go against Cody Garbrandt, you just want to get that body down early. You know his chin's weak, so you don't have to worry about doing too much damage to him. Good punches there. But you want to go target that body, get his cardio down even more than it should be, and that's how you win in this fight.
100%. There's a good head kick. You got to get that chin down. He's got a 90 chin stat, but it's, ooh, there's an uppercut. Now, Papa Doc starting to land, you know, some of his offense. There's a takedown as well, turns it up. No, Keza says, and he gets right back up and just cracks Papa Doc with an uppercut. And Keza is fighting viciously here in round number 1.
Super clean so far. What I'm not liking from Papa Doc is a lot of the clinch. The clinch, I don't know if guys realize it, but that single collar clinch got nerfed a bit in 6. You know, it was easy to transition right away.
Hallelujah.
A lot harder for guys to hold him there. And now he keeps going for this clinch with Yan, but it's not set up with any head threats. So he's going to have to fire off. And now the Tiger flow stay is active. He tries to shoot and gets caught by a hook. He's in for a bad time. Keza is in the flow stay right now. We might even see some prime Cody Garbrandt taunts. Although, there's that pressure there, and it will be a beautiful uppercut setup from Keza. He's going to lead body hook and then fire up an uppercut. And that combination has been alive with the Cody Garbrandt chin. The curse of Cody Garbrandt's chin is alive, and that recovery, just as when Keza's starting to find the shots, maybe he was just role-playing Peter Yan. Maybe he was just downloading the data, as they say. But the health is low. Now every single block step.
That was slick.
Satch, did you see what I think I just saw?
He just to shoot the takedown. I mean, that's just playing the mind games. And Papa Doc's really showed everything with veteran. You know, before he got that stun, what he did beautifully is he was getting teed off on and he circled the cage. He didn't go backwards. He circled, got into open space, and that's what gave him the room to go for that counterattack. And then later, once again, you know, popping the flow state just to go for the takedown. He's just a tactician. He's a veteran.
Exactly, and that's what makes Papa Doc so dangerous, is those little you know, choices that he makes that a lot of players won't make. The composure, the tactics, the tactician. I mean, he's a winner, man, and it's real tough. You know, it's easy to get an early advantage over Papa Doc, but it's hard to beat him. So if Keza can continue beating him up, which he is, he's winning this fight clearly, but it's hard to put Papa Doc away. I want to see what Papa Doc does as this round progresses here, Romero.
I mean, he's got the rock, he's got a big takedown, but he's had a little bit of the damage, but a nice, beautiful calf kick. Keza's starting to take the flow back into the fight, so he's getting these takedowns, but he's not putting Keza in a compromising position. However, he just landed 2 beautiful hooks, and because of the chin of Cody Garbrandt, and gets a nice single leg. So we got the stun, we got the high slam takedown, good denial from Keza, and I think he's having a hard time denying that. Might have to go for like a power transition here so he doesn't get reversed. Unable to deny it, but the stamina right now for Keza is actually going down quite a bit after that first round.
that's a dual-edged sword to Cody Garbrandt, right? He's that glass cannon that first round you want to do all the damage you can, and if you don't have a massive advantage, it's going to suck. Rounds 2 and 3 are going to hurt. You're going to have low stamina. You're not going to have a great chin. And so this is the year round where Peter Yan really needs to start taking control.
Definitely 1 minute left on the clock. You're seeing Keza standing, pushing the pace here, trying to get this round in the bag. He needs round number 2 because round number 3 could be very scary with a stamina disadvantage. Another vicious body kick landed from Papa Doc, adding to the depletion of the gas tank of the 93 cardio on Mr. Cody No Love Garbrandt. But yeah, Papa Doc has made this a gritty fight, but Keza, I think the damage from him still gets him this round. But I'm not sure, Romero. What do you think? What's your expert analysis here?
This round is close. Oh, and Justice gets steal. He kind of stole it. I don't know if they're going to count that rock in that round. They should, because he did get rocked in the round. It would be horrible if it gets counted the next round. But Papa Doc was doing a good job with the control time. He got the rock, but got a little bit too overzealous after he got the head off low. Doc is to play it safe. Assume you're down 2-0 and forget about the grappling for right now. Only grapple if you're going to go for the finish the fight sub. You got to knock down Cody. And it's easy if you're going against somebody who's a little bit risky. But Keza, he's playing on point, even with this disadvantage right now, Satch.
I said earlier, Keza, he's like a pretty boy fighter. You know, he's going to give you this nice style. He's going to mix it up. He's going to be slicing and dicing, cruising and boozing. But, you know, Peter Yan, he's got to be gritty. He's got to be able to find that, the counter strike. And you know, he's really got to play his game. You know, you're down 2 rounds to 0 right now. You got to find your moment in how he fights to get the counter strike and to get the advantage here.
For sure. We'll see if he's able to. They're exchanging in the middle, and it doesn't look like... Oh, but the counter uppercut lands. Down goes the OG. Papa Doc. Keza flings him to the floor. Hits in his range. He might go for the stack position, but Papa Doc able to kick him off, and Keza, beautiful stuff there. A nice knockdown. Romero, that's what you want to see if you are a fan of Keza here.
Yeah, and what I'm loving is that Keza understands. Guys, take notes of the calf kicks, right? People always want something to always end in a crazy finish every single time they land it. But the calf kicks have been forcing Papa Doc to block low, is taking away the power of Peter Yan. And that is why he's losing some of these trades. So people think, oh, calf kicks don't matter. The leg kicks, there's no point. But to Papa Doc's credit, he's now throwing the kitchen sink because he understands that he is down. Nice head movement there from Keza to avoid what would have been a big shot. But another shot lands from Papa Doc, and he's trying to go. He needs to go here if he wants to be able to win this fight. Tries to go for a spinning heel kick to the head. And a taunt from Papa Doc. What is going on? And then he gets rocked for his effort, and he gets sat down. You can't taunt when you're down. And then he goes to the flow state to pop the block, but he is unable. Papa Doc in a load of trouble. And it seems like the EA gods punished him with bad karma for that ill-timed taunt. Not necessary when you're down in a fight. And Keza keeps that composure. I know he's going to at me on the Discord and send me an Ilya Taporia Rose and say, forgive me, brother. But that was a clean work with Cody Garbrandt. Chopped up the legs. Lowered the power of Peter Yan. You don't need a leg kick TKO every time that you're kicking. Because of that, he was able to win more trades against Peter Yan. Papa Doc had a good mixed game plan with the ground and pound and everything, but it was kind of odd that he wasn't switching stance with Peter Yan. Peter Yan has very, very, very good switch stance, and he can strike too, so probably would have served him better to grapple later, strike first. But a great performance from Keza with Cody Garbrandt. I know Peyton is somewhere happy finally seeing Cody Garbrandt get a win.
I mean, we were talking about the veteran savviness from Papa Doc, and then he just throws out a taunt in the middle of the round when he's down 2-0. I mean, that was a rookie mistake. There's no other way to put it. It gave us some good entertainment here in the booth, but probably not the best to try and win the fight.
Yeah, I think he knew he was down.
It was
I think he knew he was down, and he really needed to get in the head. He tried to get into the head of Keza, but Keza came out. And yeah, have you ever, all you OG unks out there, if you ever seen that episode of Hey Arnold when Helga goes into the closet and has the totem, the statue inside of Keza's closet, it's Romero. So another dedication to the great UFC god Romero, dedicating his teammates to the sacrifice.
Nobody should ever work with me. Please stop. Don't ever work with me. I will call your local therapist if you are ever caught worshiping me. Please don't ever do that. I do not recommend doing such things. Please keep it away from
Hotline
me.
bling.
Anywho, great fight. Yeah, it was 1-1 heading into the third, but Papa Dog makes an error and gets caught. But hey, that's the fun of these exhibition cards. We get to see great matchups heading into the season. Speaking of great matchups, ESFL champion Trixie and Word Life, a dude who is a great example for Word Life in terms of his ESFL career. Talk about Nate Diaz, guy who's been able to sometimes get wins. He's submitted some former UFC champions. He's gotten wins over guys that have been in title contention, but just comes up short whenever he needs the actual big win. He's been granted this opportunity on short notice, by the way, because if I recall correctly, if I look at my notes here in the booth, Mix-Ups, a champion that had been stripped before for not showing up for his title defense, has pulled out for the third time today. So he will be getting hit with a demerit for his shenanigans. As a result of that, Word Life 97 said, listen here, brother, I gotta step in there. I don't care who it is. And he's in here, and he's ready to give it. And I think he heard that Satchmo likes T-Ferg, and T-Ferg is 2-0 on the day. Can he make it 3-0 on the day, Satch?
Well, I hope so, but going up against Trix is a tough challenge. I've had a couple of, bouts against him, and it does not go my way. I'll give you a little tidbit here. So, I love Trixie. I think he's a great fighter. I was going to root for him, but I got to switch it up now. Word Life's going to be my guy. He's going with Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, Word Life's nasty, man. He's always staying available, and that's why he's getting these big shots. He doesn't always win in the biggest moment, but I'm telling you what, if he is locked in and he is flowing, his stand-up and his striking is elite. He usually uses Justin Gaethje. He's bringing out the Tony Ferguson pick. I do train a lot with Word Life, and yeah, when he's locked in, man, he's hard to deal with.
Dude, Word Life, there's not enough good things I can say about Word Life. He's been around, since UFC 3. Yep. And in one of your tournaments, he took out Adveda, upset over Adveda.
Bang.
It was super quality. And he's gotten some wins. He beat Peyton in bantamweight. It was before the feather step ban, but he was usually shot on belly. But, beat Peyton. And he was able to, shock a couple of people. Had a loss that he didn't feel like he lost. That he kind of gave up that fight. So if he's able to get a win on Trixie, especially as a PlayStation player and as one of the homies, kind of root for him. I think everybody in the booth is rooting for the underdog, but you can never count out the old dog Trixie, Satch.
No, Trixie's a dog. Yeah. And, honestly, this match has been a little not on the nose, I'll say. They've kind of had some whipped kicks here, maybe not understanding each other's range very well. So maybe they just need a little bit more time. This is a 5-round fight for the co-main event. I wasn't aware of that. So we get a lot of action between Trixie and Word Life.
For sure, and Trixie's a guy that's competed at the live ESFL event. Romero was there as well, and his family supports him, and he is locked in on this game. His combinations are ferocious. They are lightning fast, and he is such a great player. Bang, 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 connects. Word Life doing well, but I think Trixie's starting to take, the momentum early in this round with Ilia Topuria, the power, and in a 5-round fight, this is a totally different, world than the other fights, the 3-round fights. A lot more strategy. A lot more adjustments can be made, Romero, and this fight is very close between these two.
I like what I've always liked about Trixie. We were talking about Suave Jamie being Satchmo's favorite virtual fighter, but Trixie has had some wars with Suave Jamie. He was at the Las Vegas event. He finished, I think it was like number 6 or number 5 and overall at the event. So he showcased that his skills are not due to any delay or any nonsense. He can bring it down in person. And that's for his timing. He also has a really good punch game. He has a really good grappling game. Not fighting to the meta of Topuria, much like some other players. He is fighting to win, throwing out those head kicks and body kicks. But nice, he ankle picked, and I see you rubbing your hands together like Birdman, Satch. How do you feel about that ankle pick, brother?
That ankle pick, and I'll be honest, Word Life has given me the best Tony Ferguson experience so far. He reminds me of how I like to play. He does that the lead kick, even though it's wrong. They say it's not good, right, to go throw kicks out with the lead leg. He's just leading with it, doing the calf kick, the head kick. It's hard to read, and it does a good amount of damage. So I love what I'm seeing there. He's switching the stance, getting crafty, ankle picks, all of it, man. It's coming together.
Yeah, Word Life's got the full package, and you've seen there he had the stacked position, and it was Trixie able to get that half guard sweep from the bottom, so Trixie's got the full game as well. And those body kicks, I think, were Trixie's best strike. I mean, he was thundering those body kicks in off the combo and those lead body kicks too. And those are hard to deal with. And those will start adding up, especially in a 5-round fight. So Wordlife's got to be careful. He's got to block him. But yeah, closely exchanged fight between these two studs.
Yeah, that can be, one guy swept the other guy, one guy took down the other. Close round, don't want to bank on it too much. Nice, beautiful 1-2 pops from Tony Ferguson. Another cross lands on the back, on a nice little forehead of Taporia. Nice response, but dude, I've seen this before from Trixie. And beautiful takedown entry and a nice denial. I'm loving MMA. And a God, a spear.
Wow.
Dude, that is like high-level MMA shenanigans right there.
Oh, man.
I mean, Trixie, like, you'll know this much if you do the scouting report on the man. He don't play like the fighter he plays to win. You don't see Taporia. I don't think Taporia's thrown a head kick in the UFC. And he's been granted these fast kickboxing combinations that he really shouldn't have. But he tries going for the 4-piece head kick. The little legs. Hey, wait for me, I have little legs. Just kind of miss the head of Tony Ferguson. We're like able to punish and get back up to the feet. The live dog is
digging in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Tony Ferguson. He's hit a little shuffle feet like he's Muhammad Ali out there. You mentioned earlier that spear reminded you of some like expert UFC level. It really reminded me of like Edge. That was a great spear.
Yeah, just perfectly timed, just recognizing that little stamina advantage that he had, and that's freaking Trixie. So much experience, so much talent, reaction speed. He's in his prime. Boom, another thunderous body kick again and again. And he's starting to slowly chip away at Wordlife. But Wordlife's what he's so good at is his ability to connect with a big shot, move his feet a little bit, make Trixie miss, and then make him pay with his own lead body kick. So this is just a back and forth. This is an amazing contest. I'm loving this one.
Yeah, this might be the most skilled fight of the night so far in terms of technical decision making, loving the different counter variations. Like, this is, and he goes for the
big mistake.
People, please stop throwing body kicks in the pocket. You're gonna get punished for it against anybody competent if they don't back up. And just like that, beautiful frame though, and that flow state saves Wordlife from any further incoming damage. Nice head kick attempt, but the lead body teep is a better weapon for Tony Ferguson. You can try to fire that lead kick with that little short demon Nelly Taporia. Got them hooks ready and loaded. And first round kind of close. Tony time needs to turn into El Kukui. As the fight starts to go, Satch.
Yeah, you mentioned, it's not great to throw off the leg kick, and you're right, but it's been an effective weapon for him, but you can get caught. You got to be careful with it for sure. But I'll be honest, he's probably thrown that lead leg kick 20, 30 times. That was the first time he's got caught, so he's just got to be smart about where his opponent's moving. If his opponent's moving forward, you really can't throw that kick.
Got to be careful, and both guys bouncing around right now, trying to find their mark, and it's been Wordlife really connecting a lot and these stringing combinations. He's making a miss, goes for the ankle pick, but Trixie's defense has been A1 tonight. And wow, another round in the books, and this is just so back and forth. It's hard to even score. I gotta say though, Trixie probably in the lead, right?
Yeah, Trixie's first round up in the air. Second round, definitely Trixie. He got the knockdown. Although, I did see a little crafty tactic from Wordlife at the end there. So he shot the takedown, didn't get it. But he targeted the takedown with Max GA, with Trixie being a little short-term stamina, forces him to defend, and it kind of helps him heading into this third round to keep their stamina at a similar point. But the body health, the chin, we know Tony is durable, and Satch does not want to see Tony Ferguson get knocked out. But it's going to take a lot of work and for Wordlife to stay on point for these next 3 rounds, Satch.
Yeah, when you're in Tony Ferguson, you should be ahead on cardio. So the fact that it's relatively close, maybe even Ilya's in the lead, shows that Tony's got to go a little bit more to the body. He's got to start digging the body or protect his own because he needs to have this cardio advantage going into these later rounds.
Yeah, and it's that body work from Trixie that's adding to that cardio deficiency, that evening it up. But Wordlife has been targeting that left leg, and he's done some good damage to the head health. So he's definitely in this fight. If Trixie makes a mistake and he gets cracked as an uppercut lands, and man, I'm loving the movement from Wordlife, really making Trixie miss a lot of these with Tony Ferguson's footwork, which I don't think is very high, right, Ramiro? I mean, he's doing a good job here, in and out, stutter stepping and cracking him when he needs to. Like right there, look at that, bang, 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 bang.
I think Prime Tony has some pretty good footwork. I mean, they like those open stance body kicks, and I'm seeing that Kukui, he's landing short shots. after Topuria whips. I don't like the forward-moving body jab. I think it leaves some room to get countered. I think you got to keep your range with the taller fighter.
Third round, still kind of close. The head out versus the body. Hasn't been able to get as much body damage off because the shorter fighter repping up those uppercuts. But there's a nice pull counter from Trixie. Unable to catch that body kick. If I'm Word Life, you got to catch one of those kicks. Let him try to work his way out. Let him burn his stamina. You don't have to fire off that kick at the edge. Because Trixie now, with the demon power of Ilia Topuria, I think we may see a finish in round 4. If at this pace when it continues, because I think one bad pull from Word Life and Trixie's gonna rip the body, Satch.
We got Mystic Mac over here calling his shot. I'd like to see Tony Ferguson maybe get back to the ground a bit, just mix it up. I'm not saying he's doing bad in the feet. I think it's relatively even. I can't really say who's winning this round so far, but you know, if he gets towards a takedown here with a minute to go, he might be able to take this round.
Yeah, if he could get that takedown, it would be hard. He has a little bit of a stamina disadvantage, but yeah, just getting a takedown, maybe some control could be beneficial. And hey, he's listening to you, Satch. There it is. You think Romero's Mystic Mac? Maybe you're the Mystic Mac. You're both Mystic Macs. But on top, on top, let's see what he can do with it though. With this stamina disadvantage, just trying to maintain controlled short body shots and see if he can lock in a sub or get a full mount. Oh, I like that. Was that like a little fake to the right? Oh, yeah. Right back up.
Trixie just did something to himself here where he power transitioned out, and just when he had that lead on the stamina, it kind of evened things out again, so he makes a calculated decision not to be underneath. Close round. I mean, God, it's sad. I know your heart, you've dropped your ass right now.
And I have been on the receiving end from Trixie. I've thrown a head kick, he's dodged it and countered before. My life just flashed before my eyes. I might have been using Tony Ferguson too, so he's got to be careful. I'm assuming, into the round he was just throwing something out there, but he has been throwing a lot of lead head kicks that haven't necessarily been set up. So and that's something that Trixie will read. So we got to be careful on those.
Yeah, and those could be so dangerous. And it just seems like throughout this fight, Word Life has been right there, and as soon as Trixie's going to snowball and it's going to slip in his favor big time, Word Life throws something good, and he hits him with a lead uppercut, or he connects, gets a takedown. So he's staying in there. It's definitely not going so well for him, but it's not going terribly for him either. He's still in this fight 4 rounds, or 4th round and 5th round still here. Championship rounds, this is going to be interesting.
And real quick, I'm not sure if this is programmed into the game, but from what I've noticed, whoever's highlights get shown first at the end of the round typically wins that round. So going off that, I believe it's about 2-1 to 4 or 3-0. I didn't catch the first round.
I think it was like they were showing both in round 1, so I'm thinking that round it could be either or. I do think that Trixie's winning. Not something I would nice spinning back fist. I would love to see Word Life work the lead body hook. Lead body hook of Tony Ferguson. Jab, lead body hook. And the reason why is that you want to bait out a big response from Trixie, where he's like, all right, he's attacking my body. I'm going to go and try to uppercut counter. There is some possibility there. Beautiful takedown attempt, but this is kind of why I'm shooting. Oh, but he shoots, and he shoots again and catches him off guard.
King Wrestling ankle picks him again. I see the hairs on Satchmo. Satchmo is that's what I want to see. And now, in rounds 4 and 5, one good submission from Word Life can change the path of this fight, Satch.
And this, is my opinion, is one of the most dangerous positions to be in. This side control, if you get someone, well, he just got out of it. I was going to say, it's really hard to escape against a really top-level fighter. But I think Ilia was jabbing a little bit in the ring, and Tony Ferguson said, shut up before I ankle pick you. So I think he's done it about 3, 4, 5 times now.
And that's what he'll do, man. He loves ankle picking, Word Life being relentless, not giving up on himself. And now, Trixie's probably not enjoying this too much. He's on the floor. The time is ticking, control time. A beautiful denial there. That's a hard one to get. Word Life has some grapple advantage, boys, and he's going to go ahead and try to get there. No, denied from the bottom. So both guys playing a pretty heated exchange here on the mat.
And the thing is, they don't call Tony Ferguson the Darcy Knight, but that ground and pound starting to add up, and you can't sit there for too long. Gotta be careful. I mean, in 5, it was like a little bit easier for guys to kind of sit there, can't be denied, but they must have done something to those ground and pound shots. Tony Ferguson, dude, Satchmo is losing it right here in the booth. There's a chance for, if he attacks an armbar and he just lets them race it to the end,
people always lose that armbar because it's such a strong entry. Look, Juji Gatame or something like that in judo, but they
Thinking
also
about
call
it.
it the Ronda Rousey armbar, and it's a strong entry for that armbar. He doesn't even have to really keep going for that, but he obviously go to backside. I mean, that control, if he goes for the
Controlling
dart,
him.
he's going for the dart. He's going for the dart, Satch.
With the stam advantage.
This could be it. I mean, this is Tony Ferguson's signature move here. You know, he's beaten so
He
many
got
guys.
it!
Tim Barbosa. And now Ilya Taporia is going to fall victim. No, he gets the last minute escape, right? The panic escape. And I believe that means the next submission should go Tony's way.
I mean, the dart stroke is hard to land or hard to finish as well, and he had that slight stamina advantage. I mean, Word Life has turned it up in this 4th round. I mean, he's fighting phenomenally. I think he was down. I think he just evened it up, or
Might be
you know, maybe
2-2.
slightly. Yeah, might be 2-2.
Might be
And
2-2.
you know, he's showcasing a full arsenal of ability: takedowns, MMA, clutch, ground skills, key denies. I mean, he is looking phenomenal here, Romero. I know you got to be impressed.
Dude, short notice against Trixie. It could be 2-2. They could give that round a 10-8 because of how close he was. I mean, Trixie's got to respect it. You guys got to clap it up for these gentlemen in the ESFL putting it on the line here. There's no losers in this fight. Even if somebody takes a win, I think we're all entertained. I'm loving all aspects of the game being used here. I mean, look, we had a fight of the night with Peyton and Swiss, but can we get a performance of the night for Word Life if he's able to pull this off against Trixie? He's trying to finish. Stats, take it away.
I mean, I said he's 2-2, and even though he didn't get the finish here, I mean, Ilya's head, he's on the shimmy shake. He's feeling it. He's getting a little Muhammad Ali in there. I mean, if he can keep that on, oh my goodness. Is this a basketball game? Is this a fake video?
This is crazy. This is AI generated. Why the hell? Yo, Romero, why the hell is Word Life able to oh, but here comes Trixie on the rebound, but the stay from Tony. Connects with an uppercut. These guys are back and forth. Who's going to fall and who's going to win? This is crazy, Romero.
I mean, I would have been a perfect time. There it is for Tony Ferguson. It's Tony time, bitches, and I think he could shoot if he shoots, right? He's gotten worried about the hands now. This is exactly what you want. You can get that ankle pick that you need to be looking for. Don't do it for space. And dude, I mean, look, this fight right now, I know we had to fight tonight. I mean, performance of the night for Word Life. If he's able to pull this off, he's gotten 2 rocks, but Taporia has cannons for his hands. And another thing too is, you notice what Trixie has loaded up. He has that
back pocket.
Over the knockout. He's in the pocket. He has
These uppercuts are insane.
Word Life has to stay on top. Do not give Ilya Taporia a chance to pop that flow. I'm telling you right now, if he pops that flow state and he gets 1 rock, it can be GG. It can be GG. He needs to recover guard. He needs to work some jiu-jitsu. Not happening. I think he's going to stand up here. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And Word Life is smart. No, you stay down. There's the flow state. Oh my Lord. You gotta circle away. Circle away, Tony. Circle away. The fire against this madman. This demon is stuck watching it. La demonio. Ay, Dios mío. Circling away. And he popped out again. And Satchmo was losing his mind in the booth.
My goodness. I mean, this guy's just throwing every punch. It's connecting. This is insane. Oh, look, the elbow. He's getting the elbow in there. What else he got for me? Oh, my God. Oh,
Goodness.
He's going. He's
Performance of the night! Performance of the night! Performance of the night!
We're live!
See, my
Takes out
goodness.
Trixie. That's my teammate right there, baby.
What a comeback. I mean, we thought that Trixie was leading the first 2 rounds. Word Life stayed in, started working the ground, started getting these counters, started mixing it up. I love saying that. Mixing it up with Tony Ferguson. He got the shimmy shake. In that 5th round, he was in a complete flow state. And he dominated, was able to weather the storm of Trixie having his flow state, didn't even get touched, and then he comes back with that beautiful uppercut.
Why the hell, Romero, were all those uppercuts landing so well? Was it the timing of Word Life? Was it a mistake from Trixie? The rear uppercut was absolutely money and devastating for Trixie. Why was it landing so well?
That level change before he threw that rear uppercut is just something I love to do myself. And he's going body jab. People see body jab. They think takedown happens in real life. And then he rips the uppercut up the middle because he's thinking, oh, he might shoot or double up. catches him at bone. And good Lord Almighty, like, shout out to Trixie too. He didn't have to take that fight. He could have been like, I don't want to take a guy on short notice. Puts on a great performance. He almost had it. There was a couple mistakes there from Word Life, and he almost could have got it. But Tony timed the power of Satchmo in the booth. And let me tell y'all something. Tony Ferguson has gone 3-0 today on ESFL. We haven't. Let me bring up some numbers. I think the bot can correct me further. UFC 5, I think Ilya Taporia had like a crazy win rate. Maybe the guys in the booth can tell me. I think it was something like 30-3 or something like that. It was a high 90% win rate. Since UFC 6 and the addition of newer animations, newer like fight styles, the different blocks and everything like that, Taporia has not been winning as much in the lightweight division. Featherweight, still pretty much a demon there, and even there's been some losses, but in lightweight especially, hasn't been the greatest pick. And that was a full package Tony Ferguson performance. Look, Boiler, that's performance of the night, sub of the night, hands down. You got to double up. Give that to Word Life. That's crazy, unless this fight tops it, because now we have a main event. Little step in, we got Dirty Dave, teammate of Trixie, and Hammer Time. Big man Hammer Whammer. The guy who won the belt off of JC21, who was like a 4% underdog and pulled through with John Jones, able to finally get a belt in his long career in the ESFL. But he's taking off somebody who shred away Treehouse, an elite submission hunting grappler, who's able to get a crazy victory. So we're going to get either Hammer Time stabbing with teeps, trying to work some body kicks and looking to get some jiu-jitsu going on, or Dirty Dave shutting it down and cruising to victory, Satch.
Yeah, both of these guys I've had in my camp before, right? So I've worked with Hammer a lot. Maybe not specifically camp, but I've worked with them a lot. I've worked with Hammer a lot. I worked with Dave a tremendous amount. Actually, when I was coming up and I was in the IXC league, I won the double channel. I'm like, I'm on top of the world. And then Dirty Dave showed up and showed me that there are levels to this game. Both of these guys are tremendous. I would argue probably both better on the ground. I know Dave's elevated his striking a lot recently, but he's a strong grappler. Hammer's a strong grappler, so we'll see if they neutralize each other and keep it on the feet, or if they're going to try and get to those waters.
Yeah, both guys got real good wrestling, but I think it's Dirty Dave that's elevated his entire game in UFC 6. I've seen him do some great things on the feet. He seems to be a full MMA practitioner in the EA Sports scene, so I can't wait to see this. What does Hammer have for him? What are these guys? Who are these guys going to pick here in welterweight? It looks like Islam Makhachev might be the pick for Dirty Dave, and I love Ian Machado Gary. His range, his ability to submit off of his back, and his strikes are good as well. So his kickboxing, I love it. Romero, what do you think here?
I'm hoping Hammer doesn't go Machado Gary because look, Machado doesn't have
the grappling. That's not Hammer Time, brother. That's a circle time.
It's not Hammer Time.
That's not Hammer Time, brother. He needs to go with. If it's not Makhachev, maybe he goes RDA. Maybe he goes Usman. Maybe
Usman.
Matt Hughes is another good pick. I know Veda loves his Matt Hughes. So
What about GSP?
Yeah,
GSP, much better choices. I don't think Ian Machado Gary is the pick for Mr. Hammer Time, but it seems like if Hammer chose the weight class, Dave is set on Islam Makhachev. And Dirty Dave, he lost to Muay Thai Jesus in an all-striking bout that was very technical, fun to watch for the nerds of the sport. And he showed out against Treehouse, and Treehouse is always in a fun fight. Either he dominates the guy or he's fighting for his life, still trying to sub the guy with low stamina. He's all in or all out.
Zoom.
We gotta see from Hammer, how's he gonna level up here?
I mean, we're not sure what Hammer's capable of here. With Ian Gary, right? The range fighting is not really his style. And he said it best. Maybe even a Bilal Muhammad. Bilal, forget the name Muhammad, could be a good pick here. I'm not sure what you think, Rob.
Yeah, doesn't Ian Machado Gary have some good, submission skills, though? Like his ability to counter some of the grappling off of his back? Or am I totally wrong on that?
I think you're right there, but once again, Hammer probably likes to be on top, right? He wants to be engaging in the wrestling, not necessarily being the one on bottom. So he's going to have to find a way to do that with Ian Gary.
I don't think he's here, boys. I think we lost him.
There we
I think he might have fell asleep.
Is Romero stepping in.
Here, Hammer's here, Hammer's here, Hammer's here.
Hey! Hammer's here, have no fear.
Yeah. Pick your
But
fighter.
yes. How do you know he's here, Romero?
Cause I said pick your fighter, motherfucker. That's why.
And did he respond back to that?
You gonna find
Yo,
out
how
yet?
about Matt Hughes? Oh, he's locking it in.
That's it. It's just, sometimes you gotta step down from the commentary booth and you gotta get up and get these boys to behave. God damn it! Now let's go see some hammer time. Let's go.
He's just trying to see hammer time. Good thing.
Do I gotta make another call?
Where's Dirty Dave? We need our
Where's Dirty
muscle
Dave?
to get out there, Romero. Contact
Where's
this
my
guy
belt?
and
Where's my
talk some
belt?
smack to him and get him in here.
These
Where's
are all
my
big
belt?
guys. I mean, come on, man. You gotta be professionals out here.
Let's just throw Satch in the main event. Short notice.
Oh, the
While
down
he's commentating. Ooh,
Oh.
so Dirty. What the hell's going on? What's the news from the back, Romero? We're getting some news here from Beckett.
Hammer. No fight.
Yes,
no
yes,
fight, no
yes,
fight.
yes.
No
Ian
fight.
Machado, Gary is my guy. Let's go.
No, he has feather step. He's banned.
Yeah,
No! You ruined my dreams.
Without the
I was
fight.
like, you know,
What if he
once
doesn't back
can
up
do
and
it.
doesn't use feather step ever? Just kidding. All right, so is this gonna be a?
You know what? Satchmo, I know you've been waiting to say it. Lay it all out there. Say it. Say it.
I'm just saying, this is not the first time that Hammer's been involved in controversy. Let's remember back in UFC 5 when, you know, he unplugged his controller and Kronos appeared.
What?
So, yeah, these are allegations. But now he's using a fighter with feather step that is banned. I'm sure that he wasn't aware. He's turned a new leaf in his career, and you know, it's just a happy accident that he gets to use one of the best abilities in the game.
There we go. Some controversy for Hammer, but Dirty Dave is seemingly not worried about this controversial fighter because right off the bat he's caught his legs, punching him, jabbing him in the face, hooking him, putting all sorts of pressure on Hammer. Hammer not really able to use feather step because he's got him pressed against the cage and he's rocking him, he's taking him down, and he's ragdolling him. Romero.
Dirty Dave is gonna make Hammer pay for his shenanigans. You make people wait in the booth. You make people
Right?
wait in the booth, and then you
Right?
go choose a fighter that's banned. Well, guess what? Dirty Dave is gonna put you on your back.
And you know what I'm hearing from the back right now?
What?
I'm hearing a demerit for how long is this demerit?
Oh my-
Let me see this. 3 weeks. Hammer, get banned.
Oh,
You might be banned for 3 weeks, brother. Because now look at you. Now look at you. You're getting hit because you don't listen. You're getting hit because you make the people wait. And because of that,
Oh.
Dirty Dave is giving you the
Oh.
hammer time. Dirty Dave
my
is
God.
slamming on you.
Is
Dirty
this not
Dave
punishment
is
enough?
putting the Jack Slink hammer meat on you with the power
Whoa.
Islam Makhachev Satchmo.
And you know, he knows he's going to be banned, right? So he's got to fight for his life right now. He at least got to win. If you're going to cheat, you got to win. Listen to TJ Dillashaw. You can't cheat and lose, all right? You want to be a John Jones, you know, you don't want to cheat and lose.
man, this is crazy. You guys are wilding out. This is fun. Yeah, this is great. You know, he's getting punished enough though. Remember, don't you think these concussive Islam Makhachev blows to the head could be demerits enough, or do you think he needs further 3-week bannage?
No. We gotta see. The fight ain't done yet. You know, maybe if he
Oh!
gets subbed, in the first round, maybe we see some action. Maybe we have some mercy on poor man Hammer. But we're seeing
stuck
here's
in there,
some
though. Look
work.
at him.
You might see the
Oh, my
submission in
goodness.
round 1. He's
a
able
little
to
injured gazelle.
Dirty Dave is gonna snatch up the neck of the Dirty Hammer Whammer. Oh no! A successful race. Is he able to reverse him? He takes him over to north south. He goes, tries to lock in another position. Goes for the crucifix. No, he doesn't. He's bringing in the hammer satch.
Yeah, and I was hoping for maybe we'd see a windshield wiper choke or north-south choke, but I'm not sure those are in UFC 6 for that north-south position. But, you know, we're just going to see. I mean, this is complete domination on the ground, which is what we expected. Before we knew Ian Gary was a banned fighter, we were like, Ian Gary's going to get smashed. What is he doing? And that's really what's happening.
I think you're right. I think he needs to go out there and, since he's already getting banned, he needs to use feather step hard and heavy and back up and use that speed and throw some serious heat, Romero. Don't you think?
He's like a fighter that, you know, he picked the PEDs because Hammer doesn't fight that well on his back foot. That's not his thing. But that juice, that EPO from the feather step, which is suddenly Hammer is an elite back foot counter striker. That's why he picked that perk. That is why he's getting snatched up, because I don't see Dirty Dave having issues pressure. Look at that. Look at that shenanigans, because a Hammer decided to be the villain of the ESFL, but Dirty Dave trying to play the role of the hero, trying to look to get the takedowns, dealing with the in and out movement of Ian Gary. Beautiful off-tempo left hook from Islam Makhachev, trying to find the ankle pick. Hammer time, using those egregious stone-filled hooks from Ian Gary, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, you said it your best. He's trying to play that role of the heel. You know, every John Cena needs their Randy Orton. So, someone's got to do it. Everyone's criticizing Hammer, saying, you know, why would you do this? Why would you do that? Well, someone's got to be the bad guy. Someone's got to be Chael Sonnen, right?
Yes, sir. It looks like we got our bad guy, and he is getting beat the hell out of here. I don't think he's done anything to Dirty Dave at all besides hitting like his block with a jab. Left hook lands, concusses Hammer. I'm not even sure how he got out of that. He like backed up against the cage, leaned into it, stretched it out because he survived somehow. Feather stepped his way.
That's that gliding magic.
Alleviation.
Saving him when places that he shouldn't be getting saved. And that's what we're trying. Look at that. He's on ice skates. He can just glide out whenever he needs to. But you know what? Everybody, the commentary booth, everybody's rooting against the bad guy Hammer. We're not here for the shenanigans. We're not here for your Corona shenanigans. And we're definitely
Oh
not
my
here
goodness.
for your seven-step shenanigans. Everybody here is rooting for Dave. But Hammer, the villain, denies the takedown, Satch.
Yeah, he sure did. And, he's just got to find something to land that means something. You know, he's throwing a lot of jabs out here, but he's just getting hit in the face. And these jabs aren't doing a lot for him. There's a little combination. I mean, you have the striking advantage, you have the range advantage, you clearly have the movement advantage, and he has nothing to show for it on the feet.
Nothing at all. And again, he finds himself against the cage. The pressure from Dirty Dave, the left hook, the body shots are just starting to add up. He's got a little injury on his face, does Hammer. Finally, a little body kick, but not doing so well here in round number 2.
But right there,
Oh.
movement there, it's prolonging a fight that probably could have been over relatively quickly if he picked anybody else. But Hammer now ripping on the jab and uppercut, trying to figure out the crosses. Dirty Dave figuring out the timing. He's realizing, hey, Hammer's not really following up with these headshot combinations. But now we see that Dirty Dave land the cleaner shots. The timing, his skill is being showcased here. And now an over-under attempt from Hammer. What are you doing? Hammer, I think Hammer has virtual CTE, Satch.
Yeah, I mean, his head's getting dribbled off the mat right now, right? Looking like, this is reminding me of Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. Just not a lot going for Ian Gary. He's going to get picked up and thrown to the ground as we come to an end for round 2.
Just absolutely ragdolling him, Dirty Dave. This is like the biggest mismatch of the evening, and it's in the main event somehow. Hammer just totally bewildered by the striking, the prowess, the aura of Dirty Dave, making it dirty in there, but fighting pretty good, actually. It's not that dirty, but it's actually Hammer making it dirty in here, and that's why no one's rooting for him, right, Romero? No one is rooting for him.
Nobody. He's disobeyed the commentary booth. He's disobeyed the sanctity of the ESFL. And you know what? I'm going to go out with an accusation, but I think it's factual. I think that Hammer deliberately got himself with a demerit because he's scared of Treehouse. He was scheduled to fight Treehouse next week, and this is his way out of fighting Treehouse. As he gets taken down, Dirty Dave letting him know, brother, you don't want these problems, Satchmo.
That's the coward's way out, JR. I mean, we could talk about that all day, right? But it is just one-way traffic. No way else to put it. And, Hammer doesn't have much to show for his feather step right now, other than the fact that he's still breathing and he's not knocked out. Woo!
Yeah, but look, Dirty Dave's stats, I mean, it looks like he just started the fight. They're all green. They're all full. I mean, it just doesn't look like he's taking any damage at all. Just a complete mismatch in there. So, maybe we let Hammer slide here because he's just getting punished here live.
Absolutely not.
He's
What do you
already
think about
punished.
Absolutely.
You don't think he's taking enough punishment here, Romero? You think he needs more?
No, absolutely. When you make the booth wait, when you make the good man Boiler, the good man Feckett, all of us here in the booth wait. And not only that, not only did you disobey the rules of the ESFL, but you also pull some BS of a performance like this with Ian Gary, you deserve to be put on the sidelines. You deserve to be cast off. You deserve to be put on an island where egregious individuals like yourself need to be put away in the name of the good Lord. As we wait for 30 days, we'll put on a good ass whooping on Big O Hammer Time.
Praise the Lord, brother. Yeah, and I can't remember who it was between the three of us. I think someone mentioned maybe that Hammer shouldn't be the main event fighter. It should have gone to Trixie. Oh, I think I said that. Yeah, but I'm vindicated with this performance so far.
Yeah, I would agree. This is the one-way street of traffic and destruction. Finally, something for Hammer. Gets him in a clinch, lands one knee. Now coming forward, he's listening to Romero. He's hearing Sashmo. He's starting to get angry. He's biting down on the mouthpiece, the virtual mouthpiece, and he finally has a couple of points of damage. But it is Dirty Dave still in round 3 as we get into the championship rounds. Dirty Dave, knock him out, please.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's not the Hulk, man. He can get as angry as he wants. He's not getting any stronger or landing any more damage.
Romero has left the building. He is done with this fight, and a big slam for Dirty Dave. Another nail possibly in the coffin of Uncle Hams.
We know he's Dirty Decision Dave, but we're going to need a finish here.
Dirty Dave, I mean, literally anybody who's ever played Hammer in this community, when has Hammer ever been on his life an elite back foot fighter? When has Hammer ever? He's a dirty grappler. He's somebody that goes to grapple, can't use footwork to save his life. But you're telling me today he's able to out-circle, out-maneuver Dirty Dave with Makhachev? Shenanigans. Absolutely egregious behavior from Hammer Time, who has now received this 3-week mute from the ESFL Discord, if not some more competition shenanigans for disobeying the booth satch.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're being a dead horse here, guys. Let's move on. Let's talk about how great Dirty Dave's doing. I mean, Dirty Dave's been fighting fantastic. Like I said, not even being touched. Yeah, he might as well have just walked in the fight. I mean, he probably could go for another fight after this if whoever pulled out wants to show back up too.
Yeah, man, 2 guys in one night, same stats. I mean, he might have a little trouble with that stamina, but yeah, he's pretty good. He hasn't taken too much damage at all. Fighting phenomenally, using great blocking, moving very well. Left hook lands as Mr. Uncle Hams' head health is dwindling down here as we get into we are in round 4. We are in the championship rounds. And it is Dirty Dave, Satch, and Romero. And ladies and gentlemen, watch around the world. That looks like a ESFL possible champion with this performance. Can he get the takedown? We're about to find out.
Yeah, has Dave ever won the championship?
No, Dave has come up short. I think this game, I faced off against Dirty Dave in Vegas and beat him. But, he showed glimpses of somebody that, he's fought for the title, just never got the official undisputed code in any of the games. But by no means does it mean that he's not championship material. And now we're seeing the issue, right? Dirty Dave has been the one pressing the fight. He's been doing all the work of the fight, and Hammer's just been able to back up, glide away, and circle, and not even have to engage. And now we're sitting here being forced to watch these evil shenanigans from Hammer. But now we see a run from Dirty Dave. Dirty Dave, put this man away for his debauchery. Put him away, ass up in the air. Put him away and never make us have to deal with these shenanigans. 8 years into the ESFL, and this is what you do, Hammer. You're gonna pay for your shenanigans, Hammer. You will be forever put in timeout, Hammer. Take it away, Satch.
It's just Dirty Decision Dave. I mean, he had him rocked against the cage. All he had to do is, lay some punches, and he shoots the takedown. I mean, it's a smart thing to do, but I mean, he had nothing that Ian Gary could have done there. If he just starts laying on the pressure and starts going wild, what's the worst that's going to happen? Do you think that Hammer is going to suddenly turn into a prime Muhammad Ali and start bobbing and weaving and counter-striking? Like, come on, man. Let's get this fight over with.
Hey, you never know, Hammer's got them hammers, and right now he's on the bottom using that fence to get up. Can he complete the stand-up? No, he doesn't. Right into half guard on top. Dirty Dave making it gritty, making it dirty. He is just ravaging Uncle Ham here.
Dave fights this game like he gets paid by the minute.
Look, I mean, this is a situation right here. Like, Hammer, for all the jokes that we make on old man Hammer Whammer, he does have some good serviceable grappling. And the thing is, he has shown no indication that he has the capabilities to finish this fight. He's pretty much waiting on Dirty Dave to make a big mistake, potentially whiffing a head kick. But he's just surviving. Dirty Dave is up. But we would really, really love to see a finish from Dirty Dave. Otherwise, Hammer's going to cackle back with the troll job that he has committed today on the ESFL. Shenanigans, Satch.
Yeah, but I mean, going into this 5th round, it's 4-0. I mean, we're going to need a Leon Edwards Usman moment. And even if that happened, I wouldn't really count this as a win for Hammer. In my books, I think in the ESFL books, I might go in and change the result, because this has just been one-way traffic. And no amount. Maybe if he plugs his Cronus in, he can get some good grappling off here. But
don't work on 6.
My God, you guys are piling on the poor man Hammer as
And he gets slapped!
completely
And he
cremates
gets
him.
slapped!
It is a
5
funeral
rounds.
in there.
5
Romero is
rounds of watching
emotional.
this man get chased around and offer no offense, but Dirty Dave was the one bringing the fight. Dirty Dave was the one trying to bring on MMA experience. Dirty Dave was trying to lay down the damage while Hammer cackled away, circling away with the debauchery of a perk that turned him into a backfoot fighter when he had never been that. Shenanigans into the booth. Dirty Dave with the W today in the main event for the evil actions of Dirty Man Hammer. Satchmo, take it away.
Well, Dirty Dave was trying to get that overtime pay, but Hammer wasn't going to let that happen. He took that punch like a champ and just went out. You know, like I said, Dave was trying to get the decision win. Sadly, he got the knockout by accident, right? So, but it was a great performance and a great win by Dave.
Huge, and that's a win over Carnelito, Trios, and now a win over Hammer in the main event. And he's 11th in the world in his legacy ranking. He had an 89% chance to win that, and another main event win for Dirty Dave, who is surging and cooking in UFC 6. I mean, he's doing such a great job. He's really making a name for himself in that Built for Ankle Picks team. This whole event was amazing, from the Word Life submission all the way down the build to the Swiss Lebix KO. I mean, so many good fights, so many good moments. What were your guys' favorites? Did you guys have a good time? What a show.
I mean, the JC21 fight was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Trixie had some good moments in there. I mean, it's just all over the card. The start of the card was really good. You know, the end came with a good heel turn. I like that. That was good booking by Vince McMahon up there in the booth. But that was a pretty good match. What do you think, Romero?
I mean, GSP was indeed banned because GSP also has featherweight, and we have word in the back that Hammer's trying to say I can't use my guy. GSP has feather step, but so does Ian Gary, and there was plenty of options. RDA with all of his sub counters, Usman with his brutal GMP, Matt Hughes, so many options. But Hammer opted to go the path of evil and tried to play. I didn't know. You knew exactly what you were doing, Hammer. You don't have these shenanigans. No fight of the nights. No fight of the nights. You get nothing, Hammer, for these shenanigans that you've committed. You made us wait. We tried to contact you in good faith. You made the people wait for a main event and didn't deliver. But Dirty Dave delivered. Dirty Dave brought it down for the people and got the knockout finish in round 5. That could have come much sooner. Congratulations to Dirty Dave and to all the fighters that fought clean with their matchups throughout the duration of the card. Satchmo, take it away.
Yeah, and you know what? We were talking about these good fights. I think fight of the night, Suave Jamie, Mellow Coffee's up there, or King T and Muay Thai. They both had fantastic fights between
Peyton
those
versus
two.
Swiss? Peyton versus Swiss?
Yeah, I mean, there were just so many good fights.
I thought you said Word Life was the fight of the night, Romero. You guaranteed it.
Performance of the night.
Oh.
He gets performance and sub of the night hands down. That's Word Life, short notice, steps up against a game former ESFL champion in Trixie. Hands down, that's performance and sub of the night. To cap that off with a finish after getting multiple knockdowns, that's a great performance from Word Life.
And now that, Hammer is out, word from the back is that Tree is going to need a new opponent, and we're going to go in and show the next event in the top 3 fights on the screen, I believe, for the next event. So if you want to come through and book and not miss another fantastic ESFL show with amazing commentators like Satchmo and Romero, then come through and tune in, because we got a barn burner here on the screen. I mean, maybe a little commentary on these fights coming up here, boys. Next event.
Next event, I mean, I'm excited for next event. I'm excited for so many. I don't know if I'll be on the booth. I don't know if I'll be in the booth. Might be busy. Got some of my friends. They fighting
within the next week or so. But it's been a pleasure to be commentating alongside Satchmo and Mr. Bruce Lee Rob.
What is EK Warrior versus Trixie in the main event? It's Suave Jamie versus Keza. And then the featured bout was going to be Hammer versus Treehouse, but Hammer's banned. He's been concussed. Virtual real life CTE. Who's going to be his opponent?
Somebody step up and fight Treehouse. I'm getting word in the back. I mean, there might be Advaita is coming off of a big win.
Darth Advaita.
1099. And if you guys don't remember, in UFC 5, Advaita did lose to Treehouse, and you know he's looking for an opportunity to get that one back. So if we can get Advaita versus Treehouse, that might be an upgrade from the fight we would have had.
Word Life screaming Romero. He said, "No, I want Tree.
Word versus
I want
Tree.
BJ's belt."
He wants Tree. All right, hey, let us know right now. Would you rather see Word Life versus Treehouse or Advaita versus Treehouse? And we'll get the matchmakers working. We'll see what happens. We're gonna get some legends in the chat. I'm excited to see it. Satch, what you thinking?
I mean, both of those would be great fights, so we're just going to see what the matchmakers come up with, who's available, and I know I'll be tuning in.
Hell yeah, guys. What an event. Make sure to check out Romero's YouTube channel. He gives great tutorials, fantastic streamer. You know, he's the #1 player in the world, of course. And then also...
I'm not number one. I'm not number one, brother. It says I'm number 3. I guess I'm number 3.
Well, in my heart, you're #1. How about that?
Thank you.
And Satchmo, I mean, you have an app, MMA Empire. Check that out on Steam if you want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like a booking game. So if you guys like the booking aspect, if you wish there was a Dana White mode in UFC, that's kind of what I was envisioning. So it's MMA Empire, 2 words on Steam. So it's downloaded for Mac and Windows.
All right, and make sure you check me out on Twitch because I be smacking dudes online. But yeah, what a show. International card in the books. Until next time, guys, this was the Esports Fight League. And, you know, this is where the best of the best compete. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Hope you had an amazing time. Until next time, we'll see you again. Take care. Adios.